Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, everyone. A stand-up comedy podcast based in Astoria, New York. It's a rainy day here. It's the week of September. What the fuck? It's the week of July 17th, 2023. What am I? Okay, I'm tired. Hope you guys are having a good start to your week. It is awesome here. This is like the third time I've recorded this because I accidentally cut my own head off on the last. Well, yeah, it's fine. All right. Hope you guys are having a good start to your morning, ready for another week of hopefully checking out some comedy, learning about some new comics. We have some awesome guests on today. New York is good. New York is insane. We're just running around trying to meet people and get to as many mics as possible. Not a lot of updates aside from just, bombing, doing good, mix of both. Lots of really fun, cool people. People have been super nice. Haven't cried yet. So it's going good. It's going good. I very excited about our guests today. This week we have a Columbia Greenville crossover. Two of the funniest dudes I've met out of Columbia. Our guests today, Timmy Klaseus, Pate Gardner. I met both these guys at the Art Bar downtown Columbia, which is one of the best mics in the state. It's every Tuesday at 8:30, hosted by Patrick Fowler. You guys want to check that out for sure. They have an audience every time and a lot of great regular comics you can see, like Timmy and Pate. So definitely check that out. Together, Timmy and Pate run the Uncommon Gents podcast, where they talk about their uncommon body shapes, among other things. Podcast has a great dynamic. They got good chemistry and very silly. It's actually, probably what a comedy podcast should be. They both are very funny. By day, Timmy is a courier for a law firm, like a butler, he says. Pate is in logistics for a food products manufacturer. I don't know if Pate wants people knowing where he works, but they're they both are. That's how they pay the bills. By night, they do stand up, and they're serious comics. They've been doing it a while. Timmy's been doing stand up for 8 years. Pate's been doing it since 2017, 6 years. Timmy's actually been doing it since he was 18, which is insane. So the younger you start, the better you're going to get. So these guys, both are great. You'll hear from the podcast, like we rapid fire topics, which is great. I think it's pretty entertaining. We review vape brands because we're hopelessly addicted. I'm on the BC 5000 Peach Ice right now. Cost, benefit, number of puffs. Do you need to charge it? We review movies from the late 90s, early 2000s, including some gems like the Rugratz Wild Thornberries crossover movie, the McDonald's movie, which I didn't even know existed. Timmy tells us about that. Pate tells us about heavyweights and his experience at Fat Camp. Talk about Nicolas Cage and the Left Behind movie. We also learn how Timmy scams the scammers for likes and follows on Instagram. Timmy has like this crazy setup where he's gotten like thousands of extra followers and views by scamming with a South Carolina collab account. So pro tip there. What else did we cover? They're both in relationships. We talk about that. Pate's married. Timmy's got a serious relationship, so I picked their brain on that. A lot of good stuff. Oh, we also hear the genesis of Timmy's epic bit about Grimace. This is my favorite bit Timmy does, but he talks about Grimace, the purple McDonald's character. He's got tons of shit on Grimace. Very, very funny. And Grimace made a comeback too during Pride. He was like their mascot for gay support. So I don't know if they made a comeback thanks to Timmy spotlighting it, but wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, I think you'll enjoy the interview. It goes about an hour and a half. Hope you do. Check these guys out. Follow them at all the links below. Listen to Uncommon Gents. They're the mans. All right. I'm not going to shout out the South Carolina comedy shows. But again, reminder, if you're in South Carolina, follow that account or follow all the comics you've seen on the show before. Check out their stories. You can figure out there's tons of comedy going on always in the upstate. That's it for the intro. Hope you guys have a great week. Stay in touch. And I hope you enjoy the interview with Timmy and Pate. Here it is. All right. What's up? How we doing?
Good, dude.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us.
Columbia invasion.
begins again. You've had many
As
Columbia
you've said.
people on. Yeah.
Yes.
Give them some shout outs.
Yeah. Okay.
Who got on before us?
Who is my favorite Columbia person?
Oh, don't say it. That you had an episode of?
Jermaine Glass. Jermaine Glass.
I saw Jermaine's episode.
If you haven't seen it, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Yeah, it's dark. It's dark material.
Yeah.
It scared me. It shook me up. I was like, whoa. He's wearing a very cool outfit, I'd say. Very sick.
What was he wearing again?
Overalls.
Cowboy boots?
Overalls, cowboy hat.
Because Jermaine, he wanted to hit on the ladies downtown Greenville.
Yeah, he wanted to be country vibes.
Dude, he owns who he is.
Yeah, I know.
He's
something special. He's a one-of-a-kind type guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Timmy Klaseus, Pate Gardner. Thank you
that's us.
Yeah.
We're out here.
We're here.
We're doing it.
So, uncommon gents is what?
Yes, uncommon gents with common sense.
Yeah. Why are you guys so uncommon? What makes you guys uncommon?
Our body shapes. We're shaped like pears. Yeah. We're both shaped like pears, kind of.
Uncommon shape.
Yeah.
Uncommon minds.
Yeah.
Uncommon minds, yeah. Mentally ill, both of us.
These two didn't pass quality.
Yeah.
They got thrown in the trash.
We're two duds, broken toys.
Look at how self-deprecating. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're busted up.
Also, it's just like two white dudes that do stand-up comedy. How often do you see that? You know,
Never.
like that's
Usually they're mortal enemies.
we got the three right here that do it. And that's about it. Like that's just the only people I
you
can
said
think
before
of.
we started. This
It's
is
like
the most
us and like Wayne Cousins.
original
maybe.
format.
Has Wayne been on this show?
No, not yet. I need to ask him. Dude, honestly, okay, I was afraid to ask Wade.
Why? He's probably
Because
so sad he
I don't know
hasn't
him
done
that
it
well,
yet.
and I'm like, dude.
Yeah, but he's a whore for
I
attention.
respect him.
He loves
you know?
attention so much.
I'm like, Wade, this is beneath you.
No.
He loves
It's very
being
much
on camera so bad.
He loves being on
Yeah.
camera. That's
Does
his
he?
favorite. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you get him down here so he can take a bunch of selfies.
Yes, because he shoots sketches in that he wants to be shot doing a
Yeah.
sketch. That's his idea.
He demanded to be
Yeah,
shirtless.
we
in the
would shoot
sketch.
sketches and he'd be like, "I need to star in it," and be like, "Can you write it?" And he'd be like, "I need to star in it."
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
can I
that
wear,
type of guy.
can I wear a bathrobe, nothing underneath,
Yeah.
mostly
But we
open?
love him
We're
for
like,
that.
Yeah,
Let's do a
guess.
second take with my shirts on.
We'll have to put.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to upload the sketch to
Yeah.
Pornhub, but yeah.
No, he's very confident. He would love to be on cam. He's a cam boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, your guys' stuff, you guys have a real set. Like, your guys looks like a real show.
Yeah, it's like a talk show.
Yeah.
It's the two guys.
What is your, where is it? What is it?
It's on location at our friend Peyton's house, who is a woman we're friends with who lives outside of Columbia in a pretty nice retirement center. Good house. She has one roommate, and she.
Wait. This is an old woman?
No, she's in her
home?
20s. She's in her 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you, like.
She lives in like a 55 plus community.
Yeah, she lives in a 55 plus community.
I
brick
thought you
houses.
befriended an elderly woman
No,
and
I
said, hey,
wish.
listen, we got to shoot a podcast.
She's very young, very virile, successful young woman, and she's like kind of financing our studio in a way. She's like, "You
Okay.
want to use my spare furniture and come shoot at my place?" It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we bring everybody, bring the everything. She has two dogs that appear on episodes sometimes.
Okay.
Wiley and Ren.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Ren hates
So
Paige.
she just happened to have a wall that looked like that.
Yeah, it was already decorated like that. And we just put two chairs and a table there, and we're like, this looks pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
It's like between two
Sick,
ferns,
yeah.
but fancier somehow.
Right.
And then the topics that come out of our mouths are just like garbage, and so it doesn't make sense.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm mostly amazed that it's stayed that way since we put it like that, and she hasn't moved.
She told me her and her roommate, she's like, we love, because me and Pate's idea was to put her two chairs in the living room as that.
Yeah.
In the set. And we do it, and it looks great. And she's like, I'm so glad you guys did that, because me and my roommate, after work, we both sit in the chairs and talk about our days. I'm like, player.
Oh yeah,
That's so player.
you just like you went in there and you read the energy of the room.
I know.
You're like, the chi is off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I rearranged her furniture in her main living room, and when I was like just at her place, just smoking cigarettes, chilling, other
Yeah.
stuff, whatever. And then I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And then I rearrange all her furniture to be more like acceptable to me.
Right.
And then I call her.
Acceptable.
Yeah. And then I call her. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, hey, and she's like, what? And it's her and Lexi, her roommate. And I'm like, I moved your furniture. And she got
Yeah.
so mad. She's like, did you scratch my floors? I'm like, I didn't move the big stuff. Just
Yeah.
the small pieces were like off in the
Yeah.
way that I didn't enjoy. And then
Yeah.
she came back and they haven't moved since. She loves it.
Timmy, do you have a lot of like specific tastes and things? Because
Yeah.
we had coffee before, and Timmy's immediate request. Well, do you have cream? Do you have
I want cream.
Do you have sugar?
Sugar.
Which I don't. I just fucking black
ice.
coffee.
But I'll drink it black.
And then you asked for an ice cube
Several. I put
to
about
cool
5.
it down for about
And then
7
we went
minutes.
upstairs for a little bit, went downstairs, and it was cold, and now I'm drinking it. And yours is almost gone, and you drank it hot.
Right. Well, that's my problem. I just
Yeah, that's your problem.
I'll drink.
David, this is what
I
we
won't
call.
stop.
Yeah.
Like I quit alcohol, but it's transferred to like
Coffee?
nicotine and caffeine. Yeah, nicotine.
Yeah,
and
nicotine, caffeine. I'm the same way. I drink soda pop.
This is what we call using mental illness as an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timmy's. It's not neuropathy. What's the word I'm looking for?
I'm just specific. I'm a specific guy. I have specific tastes. You know, I have just very bizarre.
You use your neuroticism to just be
Yeah.
like, I have to fix this.
Exactly.
And everybody.
Can we
benefits.
vape on this show? Are you about
Yes.
to vape? No
Oh,
way.
you're
You're
gonna blast
sponsored by a
vapes?
vape?
No.
Oh.
I'm trying.
He's trying to
I
get
looked
there,
like
though.
it.
Yeah.
Lost
Come
Mary.
on, free clout.
I'll give him
Wait,
a
shout out yours. I'll shout out mine. What's
Okay.
yours?
that Lost Mary?
Lost Mary.
Yeah.
The MO 5000.
Are you loyal to this brand?
I think so. I think
Is it
after about a year of cycling through.
Really?
I think so.
Can you tell me why? I like the grip.
Yeah.
Does it hit hard?
Okay, so the ergonomics pretty
That's
good.
Doesn't you get lost because it's
Yeah,
pink?
you're looking for a high ergo build.
Yeah.
And
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
Price point.
20.
How many puffs
that's
on that
steep.
bad boy?
I think 5,000.
All right, we're back in the right.
I'm back in the race with it.
What is your
1,500 puffs.
1,500 puffs?
But do you want to know how much it costs?
How much?
$8.
Okay.
Bang on.
But
20 for
1,500
5. I know. You're doing better. Do you have to charge it?
yes, you can.
He's out. He's all the way out. He does not want to charge it.
If I'm Mark Cuban, I'm like putting my notebook up. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah,
Shh, quiet. I'm out.
for that reason.
Yeah, for that reason,
still.
I'm out. Yeah. You're Lori. Yeah, you're like, I'm
Uh-oh.
listening. Yeah.
You gotta charge it.
Does it come with the card?
Dude, this is how bad it is. That one time I found one. Okay, God, I bring my vape charger in the car, so if it dies,
Smart.
And this one you cannot hit while it's charging
Because it's short?
It just, I don't know. I think it deactivates the thing, so you can't actually hit it.
Okay.
But I found one that actually you can hit simultaneous to charging, and I was like, dude,
He's got it hooked into
this
an
is so
external
bad
battery.
that it's got to the point where I'm excited
That's like
that
borderline
I
my
never
joke.
have to put it down.
It's like my joke about how I want this to be like long and hollow so it could be like a dildo vape and be like, I have a joke where I do that on stage where I'm like jerking off with a vape and hitting it at the same time, and it's so uncomfortable.
Wait, you want a dildo vape?
I want
Wouldn't you
a
wanna,
long like a fleshlight, like long,
sorry, talking
like
to the
dildo length, dildo
Something
length,
to talk-
but like concave and ribbed, and you can like do that and then hit it while you're doing that.
concave and rib.
Yeah,
For his
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah,
for my pleasure,
exactly.
and then I can vape at the same time.
yeah,
That'd be fun because you're
I like-
charging it.
I like that you guys own the vape thing. I don't know. A lot of people, hate on it.
As long as
Like,
it's openly vapeable here,
it's-
I'm gonna have it out.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, you
Yeah.
want me to smoke a cigarette in here? The answer is no.
No.
It's a resounding no. Exactly.
Somebody
Please
smoked
don't.
one in here one time. I remember. I was like, yeah, that's not a good
That's
time.
tough.
That's how you make the whole place smell.
That was Jermaine,
like,
right?
in the 70s.
Who did
Jermaine?
that?
That was
don't,
Jermaine,
don't
right?
name drop, but that's crazy to do that.
I don't think it was during a podcast. I think it was somebody who's just like,
I've smoked. Have you ever smoked in a house a cigarette?
No.
I have.
Maybe at a house party in college.
I grew up with a lot of trailer people, so yeah.
No. Do you remember Joe Coughlin?
Shit.
Joe
Big
Blast
guy.
Cigs
I know
indoors?
the name.
Yes.
Damn.
Me and Joe would play Halo online. R.I.P. Joe. We would play Halo online.
died?
Yeah, he died.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So-
It's very sad.
Yeah.
I think you know him though. You've met him. R.I.P.
Okay.
Joe. Yeah. He's our favorite guy.
Dude, he was the fucking funniest.
He was the funniest guy. This should be
It's
a
so
shout out
sweet.
Joe
Like,
segment.
Shout
Joe-
out Joe.
Joe was the
Coughlin,
man. He was
the
awesome.
man. He was a legend. But I would go over to his house every day after work, and we would blast cigs indoors and play Halo online, or Gears
There's
of
something
War.
great about just fucking doing it inside and not
Feels like
caring.
1974.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, let's rip him,
Yeah.
baby. Because it's
Yeah.
like his room was like upstairs above the garage, so it didn't really matter for the rest of the house. The rest of the house didn't smell like cigarettes.
Yeah.
It was like a bigger house. I was like, not a exactly.
If I hit the lottery, dude,
Because that's like perfect setup. 'Cause
I'd buy a house with a basement.
Yeah.
And finish that basement like wood panel, 90s furniture, fucking beer neon
Yeah.
signs.
Dude, that's a time machine.
and then just go down there and blast Marlboro Regs.
Yeah,
Reds, and just
baby.
Smoke at
make
my
it
pool table.
seem like the 70s.
Yes.
Shag carpeting.
Ash it on the felt, dude.
Dartboard.
Dartboard. Big
Tight.
dartboard vibes,
Dude.
bro.
Oh,
Big
my
dartboard
I got that
vibes.
dartboard from Goodwill. It's
Tough.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I was
from
like, how did
fucking
somebody
Goodwill,
throw this
bro.
away? This is beautiful.
Seriously.
You know what happened to me? Speaking of
you
giving
won.
away stuff, So I go home for lunch. I live 11 minutes from my job. I have an hour lunch. So I go home and eat for lunch to make my own food. I'm eating in my front porch blasting cigs, just like on my front porch in my apartment complex. Like what I do.
Franz Kafka shit.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's crazy. I'm just like on my front porch just blasting cigs, just like.
A modern Hemingway.
I know. Thinking,
so
reading,
fucking
listening to
away.
music, just blaring it like knees weak, arms are heavy. You know, like that type of stuff. But like this guy, I'm walking back to my car and he goes, "Hey." And I'm like not paying attention. I have a headphone in. He's like, "Hey." And I like look around. I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you." And he's like this big guy. And I had seen him moving out with like his younger nephew or something. And it's been like a week process. And I'd watch it because he was across the building from me. And I'd watch it with such disdain because he was making his nephew do all the work. And he's like this big guy. Think of The Whale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Haven't
very much
seen
The
it yet,
Whale.
but I'm dying
He's like
to.
a whale type guy. And he's like, "Hey, buddy." And
He
I'm
looks like
yes,
Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
kind of, a little bit. Same shape.
Is he in a wheelchair?
No, he's walking.
Oh,
but,
he's
but it's
walking.
labored.
Okay.
It's intense.
And he says, "Hey, buddy." And I go, "What?" And he's like, "You like music?"
Jesus. Okay.
You know what I said?
No. What?
I said, "Yes, I'm listening to it right now." True. It was true. Okay,
So
next
you didn't
thing.
say what?
No, I said, "Yes, I'm listening to it right now." He goes, "You want a guitar?" And I go, and this was like Thursday, I think this happened. I have a picture I sent to my girlfriend. It's crazy. It's a Yamaha guitar, brand new in the case. He's
Yeah.
moving to New York to be with family because he's like doesn't want to live in the South anymore. And he couldn't fit the guitar in his car. He's like, "I'll just give it to you. I don't want to leave it here." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Do you play music?" And I'm like, "I used to," which I did. I used to play
Yeah.
guitar. And the most serendipitous thing is at my job, I was like doing something. I was thinking, I used to play guitar. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Like thinking I used to take guitar lessons. I wish I still did. And then that guy was like, "You want this guitar?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Dude, the universe.
I know, it was so
Lighting
weird.
shit
It was
up.
so weird. I
Dude,
was like,
you learn to play, then we can become a musical act?
yes.
Yeah, dude.
We do like the intro
Wait, you do music?
ourselves.
Yeah, I play guitar.
You do?
What if-
Because I played guitar from 6th grade to like 8th grade. I took lessons every week. So if I relearned guitar, we should do the intros to our own podcast. Just
Yes.
riddle them.
That's sick.
Isn't that
Yeah, you
tough?
just have a little jingle.
Yeah.
The plan's coming
Hey,
together,
the
baby.
Plan's coming
Yeah.
together.
Uncommon
It's a brand new.
Gents.
I want to show you the picture. It's got like gold little things on it. It's a Yamaha. It's the case is dirty, but you open it and it's perfectly pristine.
Yeah, those are perfectly good
The guy just gave it
guitars.
to you?
Free.
Dude.
He was a terrible
So
negotiator.
you thought he was crazy? You thought he was insane at first?
Yeah, I went into his house. It's very
I still
tore up.
kind of think that.
Yeah.
Well, his mom was in the house helping him move. She's an old white woman. And she goes, "You want a bike rack?" I know. And I go, "No, thank you, ma'am." And I just took the guitar and walked out. And then he goes, "I gave it to my neighbor guy." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, thanks."
You should just
Thanks,
decorate
Pat.
your studio with all this
Neat.
guy's shit.
I know.
Just no
I should go in the
personal
apartment. It's
significance
vacant.
whatsoever,
It's
but
vacant,
just
but there's just a Picasso painting.
Just take out this guy's life.
Yeah.
It's just,
God
yeah.
bless him. I hope he's doing well. That was a very nice thing he did. He
Yeah.
could have asked for $50.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
'Cause
put it
how much is a
online.
nice guitar?
$100
It's gotta be-
bucks.
That's it?
I don't know. I have no idea. But he got
Oh.
0 for it.
I mean, I mean, like to buy a starter instrument of
Yeah, how much is
it? You can maybe get one now still for like $100-$120, and that'll get you started.
How much is a nice Yamaha?
Like a nice Yamaha, I'm not sure how
Acoustic,
high up
big.
theirs go.
Like yellow.
But if you got like a nice, Martin or Taylor, you can spend $1,000-$1,500 on
You
a
guys
guitar.
know your shit.
I don't know anything. I'm just sitting next to the guy who knows. I'm like,
Acoustics, yeah.
mm-hmm.
I played a
Pace tech guy.
I played a
He knows
$16,000 Stratocaster once.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You bought one?
No, I played it though.
Stratocaster. I hardly
I
know her.
went to this vintage music shop in Burlington, North Carolina,
Okay.
and they specialize.
I don't even know what a
in-
Stratocaster is, actually.
It's like the prototypical like electric guitar. If you think
Oh.
about an electric guitar, like you're picturing a Strat,
Oh.
but
It's
like,
what Led Zeppelin. What?
Yeah, that's a
Led
band.
Zeppelin?
Yeah.
Led
Correct.
Zeppelin's a
That's,
band.
Yeah.
that's music?
That's a band.
Jimmy Page was more of a Gibson guy.
Oh, that
But-
guy. Jimmy
Of course,
Page.
you
Jimmy
know,
Page. She would never play a Stratocaster.
Strat.
No, he's more of a Gibson
I mean,
guy.
he would, I'm sure, but I
Oh,
think he was
fuck
more of
yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Let me see.
Yeah, so
Looks like
a
that's
guitar.
what I have. I have a Sunburst Strat, but mine's not $16,000. I paid $800 for mine.
Have you guys ever seriously
Um,
considered adding music to your comedy?
I can't play guitar well. And even when I was taking lessons, I couldn't play guitar well. Like, I'm not good at guitar. I know I'm not.
I feel like you could pull it off.
You can do
being
it.
bad.
You're
at
more
guitar.
coordinated now as an adult.
As an adult, I am. Yeah,
Like
I
you
use both my hands for everything. I'm like a
Yeah.
ambidextrous,
Like a toddler.
Like a toddler. Yeah, I'm gripping a giant crayon.
You're still
Both
deciding
at the
which
same
dominant
time.
hand you are.
Yeah. Oh, I had beef with you guys, but I only want to bring it up on the podcast, and it has to do with today. And it's something both of you do, and I said I would bring it up, and I'm going to.
Okay.
You guys both, and it's just it's a mental block I have. I need help.
Yeah.
How do you get on the interstate and drive an hour plus to do a 5-minute set? How in God's name? Because I drove an hour 40 here, and I'm like, I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again.
Have you seen how bad the mics here are?
Yes, I'm so thankful. But I'm just like, I
I'm just
can't.
kidding. I'm not shitting on her. Our mics are. But
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm so blessed to live near Columbia because in my right mind, I'm like a hub city comedian. You guys are traveling comics, and I want to be like that. You guys go like an
it's
hour.
considered a traveling comic.
To go an
Consider
hour
that.
plus to a mic, I think is travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I respect it. That's how you're supposed to be as a comedian, and you guys are able to do it. How?
Go ahead.
I almost drove my car off the street doing it. I was like, I might crash. I was like, I might crash my car doing this.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being tired doing that.
I'm tired frequently.
How do you not fall asleep behind the wheel? I hate the interstate so much.
I get out so that I'm never on the road. If I can help it, I try to time it so I don't get home any later than 1, because at 1:30 I'll start dozing off at the wheel.
Yeah.
And so I can't be on the road past like midnight or 12:30. I got to be back. So I've set hard rules. I don't hang around the bar too long.
Yeah.
I dip out of Art Bar most nights pretty early. I get out at like 10, so I get home at like 11:30, 11:15.
Yeah. How about you, David?
I want to sell you on the dude. I love the car. It's
Really?
yeah. So
I'm in it for
A
work
lot of
all the
podcast
time.
listening.
yeah,
Okay.
there's that, and I don't know. I drove for my job so much.
Me too, but it's city driving. Very
Right.
different.
It is. I don't know. I had to do like sales calls between hospitals.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore.
So you have to get in the interstate a lot.
But I'd always have to psych myself up for sales calls. So I'd be like, I need some time in the car to like between calls, because it was too much to be like, okay, I'm gonna call this customer, this customer, this customer.
That makes sense.
I hated asking for shit, so I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna. So I don't know. I hated that part so much.
So
So
you
I
could
was like,
hype
the
yourself
time
up
in the car
better.
is like relaxing to me.
The thing about it is I agree up until the interstate. Then there's just a...
You don't like the interstate?
I hate it.
You just cruise open road. You
I
can
know,
be in
that's
your
why I hate
thoughts.
it. No, I don't like it there. I hate it so much. The
dark in
interstate,
there.
it's dark in there. It's I need like cities. I need people walking. I need homeless guys around me. I need like a parking garage. Yeah. I need like varied stuff in my field of view. I can't just have fields. It just makes me so sad, like
yeah, but then
deeply
you could
sad.
just dream about the horizon and like.
And that makes me
your-
want to drive
your
off the
girlfriend,
cliff.
your future-
Yeah, it makes me want to swerve into traffic.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of fucked right now because I often come home super late, like 12:30 or whatever.
Oh.
But both bulbs in my front thing are out, so the only headlights that work are my brights. So I just permanently have my
Oh,
brights
no.
on. I'm such an asshole. I'm just like, people
Oh,
are flashing
no.
their brights at me constantly. Like,
That's
dude,
like
you're blinding us, and I can't turn them off.
you should.
So-
I mean, and honking would be even worse. Like brights and honking. Yeah, they're like, he's trying to kill me.
Sometimes I turn them off to show them that there's nothing, but then it's like, oh fuck, like.
Flashing. I know that sucks.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't drive at night.
But dude, it's great. It's great. You just
Seeing everything.
pick a nice little playlist. You got your Lost Mary MO 5000 vape, and
Yeah, I vape crazy on the road, like
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah. Well, the only bad thing is if your set goes bad, the drive home.
And you have to think about it all the way home.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm.
Piece of shit.
Because driving here, I was excited to get here, but like the drive, I was so sad during it that I'm like,
But
I'm
by
not
the
gonna
end,
be.
were you like, I don't even want to do this?
No, I was like, I'm not going to be good on podcasts. I'm going to be a bummer. That's what I thought. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to have energy. I'm so drained from this drive.
Yeah.
But the coffee helped me.
It's like
Yeah.
anything. It's an exercise that you build your endurance
I know, but I'm
over
so
time.
because I drive for work as a courier for a law firm. I'm like,
That's what you do for the law firm.
yeah, I
Okay.
do courier and office operations. So I'm
Okay.
like, when I'm not during courier stuff, I'm in the office, like being like, do you need batteries? Do you want me to bring that box to your car? It's like that, like a butler kind of. That's basically what operations is butler stuff.
Do you serve people? Like,
No. Oh no.
oh, that'd be cool.
No, legally, if they ask if they're being served, I'm like, I don't have the power to serve anyone. It's just legal
Do people,
documentation.
when you drop stuff off, do people ask that a lot?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Am I being served?
Yes, and I can say no. It's just we work with you as a friend. Our law firm is a friend.
And then
me
you're
friend.
just saying that. Like,
I'm just saying that, but I am
just
not
kidding,
serving
gotcha,
them.
bitch.
I'm not
You
serving
go into
them.
like other firms or places like waving a white flag. Like this is a friendly law.
No, it's
visit.
usually a check for them, money.
This is
So they process my paperwork.
This is an
for them.
allyship
It's usually
mission.
paperwork and checks to be processed. So it's usually good news, money.
right.
Yeah.
Jury duty, nothing like that.
Oh, I would hate jury duty. Have you ever done jury duty?
No.
Me
I feel
neither.
like I'm due. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a common enough thing where most people get asked.
Maybe it's
at
because you
some
don't vote that you don't. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, do you? I was just
point.
kidding.
Straight red, baby.
You've over Trump 3 times.
Yeah.
You wrote Trump in the
Yeah.
90s.
I stuffed the ballot
as a
box.
kid. Yeah, yeah.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah. But Pate, what do you do again? Day job?
Yeah, logistics. I
Logistics?
work at a
Beans.
food products
Okay.
manufacturer.
You're being very careful not to say the actual.
Yeah, I feel like we'll be cool. It'll just be cool.
Yeah. Got reputations to defend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just say my law firm
But
is
yeah.
the biggest in the state.
Is it the
Nice,
Murdoch
dude.
one?
No. I might have been using hyperbole. I'm so sorry. Edit that out.
Okay. Yeah.
I work in the biggest law firm in the state. It's called Klaseus Properties.
Klaseus Properties. Wait, is that the actual name?
No, that's my last name.
That's your last name. Could be Klaseus.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I should stop doing that.
What are you doing?
What do you do?
I was just like
You-
blowing a lot of
Vaping too much?
stuff.
You're hitting fat clouds, impressing the audience. You know what I did?
I wanted tricks.
Yeah, I hit my vape and I was making circles with this, and I thought it was so cool. I didn't know how I was even doing it. I was like, oh, sick. Tough. That's tough.
Dude, are you obsessed with Grimace?
Yeah, I'm pissed off that they took my thing.
Who took your thing?
McDonald's.
They
They're
stepped on
leaning
his
into
bit.
Grimace suddenly.
What are you talking about? They're leaning into it?
Yes, on Instagram. Do you follow McDonald's on Instagram?
No.
I do. And their profile picture's Grimace, and Grimace took over their account and is like, I'm throwing a birthday party, and he's got like shades on. I'm like, that's my bit. That's
All of a
cool,
sudden.
Grimace. Yeah, all of a sudden Grimace is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. If you don't know, Timmy has.
I have a set on
He's
Grimace.
got like a Grimace fucking chunk.
I have a closer about Grimace.
How many
You were like
minutes
a
on
year
Grimace?
ahead of the curve on
Yeah, I
that.
know.
How many
We've been
minutes on
doing that
Grimace do
joke
you
for
actually
a while.
have? Because you posted a 5-minute set recently.
5 minutes. That was about as much as I have.
Yeah.
5 minutes on Grimace. I did a whole set on Grimace.
I like how you warmed up the crowd to it. You're like, all right, just to let you know, this is a little Grimace heavy, so.
Yeah, easy.
You're
Yeah.
about to get into the.
It's on Instagram. You can find it. My Grimace set. It's
Yeah.
the whole thing's on Instagram.
Yeah.
I promoted it with like $25 or something to be like, I'm about to pop off. And
Yeah.
then this person commented, "This is desperate, man." And I'm like, oh, I know.
Oh, no.
And I know. And I'm like, oh, and I never deleted the comment. It's still up. You can see it. Maybe downvote it, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it was rude.
What was the genesis of this bit? Because like.
I don't know. I
Because
just was thinking
it's
about
good
it.
to hone in on it. Because Grimace is a guy just kind of doesn't really add up why he exists.
It doesn't
Like,
add up. I was thinking, I go to McDonald's all the time, and I was wondering why I'm not seeing much of my favorite guy, Grimace.
Mhm.
He was being like, you know, even the Hamburglar got more screen time. Grimace was kind of treated as a pet, like you know the dog in the animated Mickey Mouse. What's the dog's
Pluto.
name? Pluto.
Yeah.
Pluto is like an animal like them, but brainless. A
Right.
rube. So is
A
that
rube,
what is
a
that what
rube,
Grimace is? And if not, why is he walking on 2 feet?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's bipedal,
Yeah, it is kind of weird why Pluto can't talk or be like.
and he's on all fours. It's degrading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the same animal?
Him and Goofy?
Yeah.
He's Goofy's younger brother.
Shit.
He's developmentally
Shit.
delayed.
That makes it a little dark. Was Grimace lucid though? And like
Yeah, he handled the
cogent?
children.
he handled the children.
yeah. Grimace watched the children. I watched the movie. McDonald's put out a movie, and I
Yeah.
watched it at my friend's house. He had like a VHS collection. He had the McDonald's
Wait,
movie.
what? The McDonald's?
Yeah, it
movie?
went out on VHS tape in like 90s or maybe
Dude.
the early 90s.
I have no idea what
It's by the people that made Rugrats. They made
Oh
the
shit!
McDonald's
Yeah, I
movie.
bet it's good.
And there's little human children, and then there's the McDonald's characters. And the adults are out adventuring. Grimace is watching the children.
yeah. Okay.
He's kind of like a matriarch.
Interesting.
It's very
So they gave the
interesting.
Rugrats people permission to write the story for the.
Yeah,
for
they're
the
like,
McDonald's
because I watched the whole
movie?
thing, they're in the credits.
Dude, that feels like a serious thing to be given. Like the.
It's probably a
like,
huge check.
Like it seems like Star
Yeah.
Wars. Like is there
Yeah.
a story behind these
But
characters?
Rugrats
Like, is
was
it-
huge.
Is it canon or like is it like some offshoot?
No,
of,
they
like-
paid Rugrats well, I bet. Because
Yeah.
Rugrats was a huge show in that time period. And then they had the Wild Thornberries, which was massive.
Yeah,
All grown up.
the Wild Thornberries I kind of didn't like.
It was scary.
I didn't really like the main girl. She was so ugly. Like they drew her so ugly. She had braces.
I like
and
the
stuff.
hot teen daughter.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, right? That was enough to watch it. I was like, ooh.
Donnie just.
Yeah, that guy was cool. I'm like Donnie, but the sister was so hot. She was like blonde with like
Voiced
long
by
hair.
Flea of
Yeah.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The girl?
Donnie.
Oh.
What's the main character's name again? Greta Thornberry? No,
I
that's
think
Liza.
Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg.
Not Greta.
Greta Thornberry. It's Nigel is the dad.
Nigel. Dude, that
Eliza.
was-
Eliza Thornberry.
Yeah.
Eliza Thornberry.
Yeah.
Actually, Nigel might have been uglier than Eliza.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Totally.
A hideous family.
a really hideous family.
Do you remember the movie where they had scratch and sniff pads that came with it in theaters for it was the Wild
Nickelodeon?
No, Wild Thornberries meets Rugrats was in a theater.
And they had scratch and sniff
And they had
pads?
scratch and sniff pads that they would come up on the screen and be like, scratch this and smell it to smell this stinky diaper. And you'd scratch it and smell it and you'd be like, oh, whoa.
Dude.
I swear to God, it was a movie. It was
I
a
don't remember
theatrical
that.
release of the Wild Thornberries meets the Rugrats. And it was a movie.
Dude, that's so
You
weird
should
that
Google
was
it or
like a
something.
thing.
If everyone in the comments, leave the year that came out. I'm going to guess 2003,
Okay.
2002.
Are we gonna? Do you want me to look it
Yeah,
up?
look it up. Look
Dude,
it up.
there was a market for that. Like gross shit through Nickelodeon. Like
There's
the
a market for
sliming
like
was big.
yeah.
Like, they're just
I know.
bust people in the face with slime.
I think it's
I
2003.
smelled the shitty diaper. I can't believe that was.
Yeah, and it was like let me
That
see
was
the year.
revolutionary. That's like
What year
past
was it?
3D.
You were right.
2003.
2003.
Dude, this is
Baby.
having
The name of the film was
Uh,
Rugrats Go
Studios.
Wild.
Yes. How to
Rugrats
do?
Go-
What's the box
Rugrats
office
Go
on that?
Wild.
What's the box office on that? I bet it
Hour
would,
and 20 minutes.
Every kid went to it that I knew, including me.
Yeah.
It's like the Pokemon movie. When there's a
Ooh.
Pokemon
Rotten
movie,
Tomatoes did not love
50,
this movie.
55 million.
that's decent.
55 million?
Yeah.
That's good.
No, it was a giant kids movie. Same with Pokemon. Pokemon had a theatrical release, and it came with a Pokemon card that you only got at the theater.
Yeah.
Marketing things in the early 2000s was a lot like that.
Yeah. It's magical.
I know.
Bring it back. Nobody goes to theaters now.
I know. Give him a little tchotchke.
55 million on a $25 million budget.
Doubled.
Yeah.
Every kid wanted to
good.
see it because
Yeah.
we love Rugrats as children. We want more, and we love the Wild Thornberries. So why not make both?
Is Nickelodeon still big with kids these days?
I think so. But as far as the touchstones for what programs they watch, I couldn't tell you.
Touch what?
Touchstones.
What?
It's like a. You know what a touchstone is?
Oh, no.
No, I'm
yes.
stupid.
A touchstone is like a thing you could be like Apple, it's phone. Like a touchstone to phones is Apple. It's like a touchstone.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
touchstone of like pizza is like Domino's.
Oh.
It'd be like when we were kids,
A
the
touchstone of
stupid.
touchstone of Nickelodeon would be Rugrats.
Like a
Like
one
a
of
key
the-
element. One of the key elements.
Okay. Okay.
Is a
like
touchstone.
SpongeBob.
I learned.
SpongeBob for Nickelodeon is a touchstone.
SpongeBob, definite
Yeah.
touchstone.
Yeah.
Touchstone? Am I using that?
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Capstone, touchstone.
Touchstone. I might be making that
A
up, but it sounds
staple.
right. Yeah, a staple like the store.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what was I gonna say? What was the last movie you guys saw in theaters? I saw Fast 10. I'll just tell you.
I'm thinking.
That was mine.
Mine was probably maybe La La Land or
Oh, shit.
Moonlight.
That far
It's been a
back?
minute,
Or
dude.
Moonlight, maybe. Name movies. No, because I rent them now. I don't go to the theater.
Super
much.
Mario Brothers movie.
No,
That was like
I should have
2016
saw
or something.
that instead of Fast
know.
10.
I haven't seen a
We were
movie
gonna
in
see
the
Fast
theater.
10. Ironically, couldn't even do it.
really?
It
You
was
walked
that
out.
bad.
Mm,
Like
I
you couldn't
know.
even like laugh at how stupid it was. Like it was like trying hard enough to be good.
Oh,
but,
I went
like,
to Spider-Man Homecoming.
All right.
That's probably 2019 or 18.
Yeah.
I don't watch movies in theaters.
I saw John Wick 4.
Oh, dude, I gotta get
Ooh.
into John Wick.
Yeah, it rules.
It's
dude.
been recommended.
I hope they make those movies for 100 years.
Yeah.
I watched
They're
Pig.
awesome.
I watched Pig. Have you seen
Okay,
it?
that's
Was
more
that with
recent, right?
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, it's Nicolas Cage's John Wick. It's called Pig.
Was it good?
It was amazing. I love Nicolas Cage though. I'm a big Nicolas Cage.
Actually,
fan.
speaking of movies, we were looking at box office numbers of like older movies. Have you guys seen Knowing with Nicolas Cage?
No,
No.
I've never even
Damn
heard
it.
of it.
Damn it.
Oh wait, is it when people vanish
Kind of.
because of a rapture?
No. It's sort of on that theme though. It's
Is
like
there a plane crash
Armageddon,
in it?
Plane crash in it.
Yeah, I remember that movie. I watched
Basically,
it at a movie
there's like a
mockery.
time capsule, and then there's like all these numbers on it.
Yeah.
And then Nicolas Cage is like a math professor, and he determines the numbers correlate to dates.
You know Topher's movie Mockery? That was one
And
of the movies.
Was it really?
Yeah, I saw it.
Topher. Okay, so Topher has a pod. Shout out Topher.
Topher saw it once.
Yeah.
Well, I was at the show and I saw parts of it. I was in and out.
The sad part of the movie was, okay, we watched it 10 years later and we thought this is fucking stupid. But I remembered watching it at the time and thinking, this is kind of good.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah. And then we were like, this is so bad. Like, what are the box office numbers going to be on this thing? And it was like 150 million.
Holy shit.
Nicolas Cage is a draw.
He is a good draw. But that made me think, like, the consciousness of people had changed because, like, at that time, that was considered good by a huge chunk of the population. Whereas now, I thought it would bomb in the theaters.
The goalposts have changed.
Right. There's, like, a sequence of, like, Armageddon movies.
I had to watch the Nicolas Cage Left Behind at Movie Mockery.
Yeah. How is that?
That's
I've never seen
terrible.
that
That's so bad.
Are you familiar with Left Behind, Timmy? It's a evangelical movie about the rapture.
Yeah.
And there was a Kirk Cameron version of the movies that came out before.
No, that's the movie I'm thinking of. I saw it with you at Movie Mockery. That's what
it was Left Behind. Yeah.
I thought it was that.
There was a
Basically
rapture.
the same.
Okay, I got it mixed up. I saw that one.
Yeah, he's flying a plane. Like,
Yes,
half the fucking people
that's what I'm talking about. The
disappear.
plane crash. He's like on land.
Yeah.
It goes crazy.
I saw Tommy Boy recently for the first time.
Oh, for the first time?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that
I only
movie.
saw like 5-second clips of it.
Oh,
Like,
you didn't see the whole thing?
No, like before I watched it for the first time.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Tommy Boy? Break it down.
Love. I was watching with my girlfriend and I'm like, do you think I'm like Tommy Boy? And she said, yeah. And I'm like, yes. I'm like Tommy Boy. He's the
think you're
coolest. You think I'm like Spade?
Maybe.
Yes. That's even better.
Or maybe a fusion, because Spade is like kind of negative in the movie.
You're
but
right in
you
the
got
zone.
Like, you got like the slap, like, you know,
Yeah.
positivity, but you're like,
That's sick.
but you're
no, but I love that
you're
movie.
in shape, so you're not.
I love that movie so much. It was so funny. Because
Yeah.
I watched that and Ace Ventura next to each other. Ace Ventura doesn't hold up. The first one.
Yeah.
As soon as they go trans anti, it's like I know. You know what I mean? They go the villains.
Pickle is Einhorn. Einhorn is
Yeah, and I'm
your
like,
gun is digging into my hip.
yeah. I was like, oh no, it just didn't age well. It just didn't. It was funny up until
when he realizes, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like,
and
oh
he puts
no.
the gum in his mouth. He's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
that was real rough stuff. I was like, oh my god. I was like, this can't be made right now.
Yeah.
But then Tommy Boy aged perfectly. Tommy Boy it plays great.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Mm.
Now I got to watch Black Sheep.
Yeah, not as good.
Really? Tommy
Not
Boy's
good.
one of the funnier movies I've seen in a long time.
Mm.
I need to watch it. I've never seen it.
You never seen Tommy Boy?
No.
Wait, how old are you guys?
27.
33.
Okay, nice.
27.
Yeah, paid 9. Nice.
Jesus Christ age. What year was Christ when he died?
33.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You guys look
Be
kinda
careful this
Christ-y.
year, Pate.
One more. Yeah. One
I'm
more joke,
Judas.
maybe.
I'm his Judas. I'm sneaking around behind the
You're gonna
scenes.
sell him to
Yeah.
40 things of silver.
Funny.
Yeah. Dude, a lot of those old 90s movies I think do age well.
I watched Heavyweights the other night.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
what was your take on Heavyweights on a rewatch?
Dude, still like banger movie.
What's
Yeah,
Heavyweights?
so good.
I've never even heard of it.
It's the one where the kids go to like fat camp for the summer. Ben Stiller's in it.
I never seen
Ben
it.
Stiller's the
I never
bad
even
guy.
heard about it.
Oh, it
Ben
fucking
Stiller's
rules.
character
It's
is
Judd
insane.
Apatow wrote it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I
it's
love
like, it's
Ben
amazing.
Stiller.
Keenan's in it, like young Keenan.
Oh my
all
God.
that.
Where'd
era
you watch
Keenan
it?
On Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I have. My
It
girlfriend has
rules,
Disney.
man.
My perspective changed on Heavyweights.
What?
Because like as a kid you watch it and like you feel sorry for the fat kids because they're at this fat camp and stuff. And then like you're like, oh, they're being mean and they're kind of getting back at the counselor. But then I watched it later. I was like, these kids are lazy as fuck, dude. They need to like.
They want candy.
I was like, I hate these kids. These kids are.
Yeah. You were more of
Yeah.
a counselor. You aged into being a counselor. You're like, these kids.
Yeah.
We got to get them
I was like, I'm kind of
straightened
on Ben Stiller's side on all this. Like, yeah, he should run them into the ground,
I
cancel
know.
lunch.
I feel a camaraderie with those boys because I was
The slops.
You know, I remember being a fat kid in the '90s.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I was like,
Oh, you guys are.
I kind of see where they're coming from a
You're
little
like,
bit.
I want licorice roll.
Dude, I went to a fucking fat camp.
No
You did?
way.
No. Okay, it's just
Why?
fucked up. Sorry.
No, okay,
Wait,
it wasn't.
tell us.
No, it was actually like a church camp, like for boys. It was like
Thick
have you ever
boys?
heard of like RAs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a boys class. It's sort of Boy Scoutish.
Boys to men.
They have
Boys
like Pinewood Derby races and stuff. But there was
Oh.
a camp for that, and but it felt like fucking heavyweights because I was like a hefty 12-year-old, and like
was
every
everybody
morning
there? Big
there were a
bones?
lot of them, but there were a lot of like wads like me, but they
Uh-huh.
like, weren't like not everybody was.
Okay.
So, but like we would get up in the morning, like bugle. out of the bunk.
I'm so sad.
Out of the cabin.
I'm like, oh,
do
no.
jumping jacks.
I shouldn't have shit on that.
Yeah.
Kids, but
Oh, no.
that wasn't
Yeah.
me.
And then like one day we went on like a fucking, it felt like a 10-mile hike up a mountain to like see some shit and came back and I was like fucking drinking water out of the creek. They told me, they're like, hey, don't drink the water out here, you guys. It'll give you diarrhea. And I was so thirsty. And they just didn't have any water. I was like, I will just shit myself to drink water right now. And I never did. So
You didn't shit yourself?
I just drank some cool, clear mountain water out of a stream.
You're from that southern peasant
Nice.
stock.
Yeah.
He's a
Penis.
peasant.
Right. I got a peasant's gut.
Yeah, you have a peasant's gut. Yeah. Your gut biome is peasant. Yeah. This is good stream water. Yeah. You're like an
The
animal.
outside
Yeah,
water tastes the
yeah.
best.
Yeah, you're drinking it out of a cupped
Dude, that'd be
hand.
sweet. You could drink stream water without any
Yeah, it's
problem.
fucking rad.
You're like a deer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If the
you're
world
just-
ends, you could just move up to Greenville. The water here is pretty good, I think.
So that's where
Bathing it, drinking it.
I
Yeah.
feel a kinship with those heavyweights boys.
I gotta watch heavyweights.
Yes.
It's good.
I watched Stuart Little last night.
What? Stuart
Yeah.
Little.
Stuart Little. You never seen it?
Does it hold up? I've seen it.
Yeah, it's cute.
I've never seen that one.
You never seen
I
it?
kind
I've seen that one.
of. Isn't the Jerry Maguire kid in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the child?
Yes, that is the
Jonathan
child.
Lipnicki.
Yeah.
Jonathan Lipnicki. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt now.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
He's trying to shake the nerdy little kid image. Like,
He
I'm
is.
gonna
He's in
I'm
horror
gonna become
movies
a
now. He's
badass.
like a serious actor.
Yeah. Oh.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Coasting off those residuals, folks.
Yeah.
Would you guys be in movies if you could?
Yeah, we're trying
Actors?
to. No, I'm more of
Yeah.
a writer.
I want to
Writer?
Yeah.
I'll just get to the point like where I can be The Rock's funny sidekick one time.
Yes.
And I will go away forever. Like just give me that one like $15-20 million movie with The Rock
Yeah.
and then I'll go home for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's
I
where,
wanna
that's where I
write
want to
them.
be.
I wanna-
Yes, I would be in a movie.
Yes.
I
Just
wouldn't.
let me do it.
I
like
hate
that.
memorizing lines so much. I've tried to do sketches before, and I hate memorizing lines. I can't.
He
Is it
physically
stuff you
can't.
wrote yourself though?
Yes.
And you can't remember?
No. He shot it with me. I have.
I would be
we had to
real
shoot
problem.
him line for line.
I have a real problem.
He's a
with it.
night. You
A-
are a fucking
A real
nightmare
problem?
to
Is
edit.
that-
No, I have a real problem with it.
He's a nightmare to edit because
I'm a
like
nightmare
I
to
have to
edit.
like go like.
Oh,
we just,
this is like a production.
we
team.
just leave the camera on him and I feed him his line. He gives me
Oh,
like
it's
3
horrible.
takes of it, and then we
Yeah.
move on. I feed him the next line, and then he goes like, if it's a long one, he's like gets through half of it, forgets, we have to start over. I have to
and I
read
wrote
to
it.
him again.
I wrote
Yeah.
the whole sketch, and I'm acting as a part of it, and I can't remember the line.
So whose vision is the sketch typically?
Usually
the
mine.
writer, or is it because
Usually
he directs and edits
yeah.
it, and I write
okay,
it.
but you can kind of see it come
Yeah.
together too.
I write it and act in it. He directs and cuts it
Dude,
and
this
edits
is,
it.
This is great.
And I can't. He needs to direct me like heavily because I like am unable to memorize things. Even if I write them, I can't. It's my ideal vision is that I'm not acting in it at all. It's just we don't have players.
Yeah.
So like someone holds the camera and then I'm like, I wrote it, and he's like, can you be in it too? And I'm like, oh, I guess it's gonna suck, and it does suck. I'm bad at acting. I'm not a good actor. I'm a good writer. That's my
does
thing.
it psych yourself out? You're just like this.
Yes,
is
I
real,
hate how I look
so
on
I gotta
camera.
act like this
I
is
hate how I look on
actually-
camera. I'm pudgy. I like don't read well. My face doesn't emote much.
Yeah, you guys look great.
Oh, thank you.
You guys look. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, we haven't released any sketches, but we have a few shot.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. What's the flavor of the sketches? Are they like TikTok style?
YouTube
Like-
Shorts probably.
Yeah.
Or are they like a story that's like written
It's like
out
one
that's a
quick
little
arc
more-
usually.
Yeah.
It's
One
like a
quick
quick
arc.
3-part sketch usually. One's I'm smoking a cigarette and he's trying to make me stop.
Okay.
It's really
Yeah.
quick like that. And one of them is about a Brita pitcher not being filled up by one roommate.
Okay.
And Wayne and me are in it. I'm in the... And then we have
Right.
one called The Slump Friend. That's my favorite one. Where a friend is... There's an intervention for a friend.
He's just in a slump.
No, he's slumping deeper and deeper in his chair and their intervention is to make him stop slumping. And every time it cuts to him, he's deeper in a slump until he's laying flat on the ground. Yeah, it's just like a stupid... But we have to reshoot that one. But
No,
yeah.
that's a good idea.
I know. It's fun. We just are
Because that's
probably
what
gonna-
somebody do in intervention.
We
like,
yeah, I know. I know.
dude, you gotta stop.
We should put them on the Uncommon Gents YouTube page.
Yeah, we
Yes.
should.
Why
Be a
wouldn't
good place
we?
for him.
Dude, speaking of you guys' social media, I wanted to like compliment / ask what the fuck you guys are doing, because I'll go to Timmy's page and I'll be like, dude, what the fuck? 34,000 followers
Viral. What I'm doing is I'm scamming scammers.
in Carolina community or something.
Yeah,
when you
Carolina community and
co-share?
Carolina vibes. We co-post things, and then their followers, which is like 1 million, see my post, and I get a little bit of the
How
offshoot.
did you
of
get
it.
hooked up with this big page?
I just use the hashtags, and I would post the location of Columbia in a lot of my stuff, as in like I'm in Columbia or Lexington, and those feed it to the algorithms of those community pages, and they'll see my post, and if the picture is cool, they'll be like, "Can we share it?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, just tag me."
Okay.
So they share it, tag me,
Okay.
and then people
Okay.
follow me.
We have to do a clip of this, and then
Yeah, you should.
You do the collab with Carolina Community.
On this and you, we can have more than one
Sure.
collab. Yeah, you want to
Wait, do they do more than one collab?
I think you can have more than one.
I think you do. Several.
You can?
Do you want to be David Baker,
Yes.
Timmy, and
Yes.
Carolina Vibes?
Yes, Carolina Vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Carolina Community, which is the bigger one. But what I do, and this is
seems
the
like
part
a
that
cheat
will
code for like
Yeah,
exposure. I'm
it
like,
is.
bro,
It's like marketing.
What the fuck am I doing?
But this is where we cut it, because the next part I'm going to say is just for the users. When they ask you for $50 after doing it, say no. And then keep saying no, and then post them as an invite, and they'll be like, "Oh, we'll do this one." They'll do it, and then they'll be like, "Okay, time to pay," and you'll be like, "Oh, my paycheck's late," and then you keep doing, and you just scam the scammer, because what they're doing is working with a bunch of people, so they don't notice the offshoot of me.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, one of them even said to me, like, "You're my most successful client," and I'm like, "Yeah, and I don't pay you, stupid."
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
getting you the pictures. My argument is I'm giving you all the content. All you're doing is clicking post and then
Right.
asking for $30 to post it, and I'm like, I'm giving you everything.
Right.
Literally everything. I'm editing it. I'm taking the shot. I'm writing the caption. I'm doing all that stuff. And then you want me to pay you?
Yeah.
You should pay me. And then I send them my Cash App and they shut up. I swear to God. I'm like, my money now. Pay me. And they're
Do
like,
they pay you?
no. No one pays
They're
anyone.
just like, oh.
Yeah, it's a cycle of
I
everyone.
respect this guy now.
Because it's a negotiation where you're like, shut up, stupid. I'm not giving you $30. Just post it. And they're like, okay, post it. And then I just
You
do it
made
again.
this page your bitch, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they're not
All
gonna
right,
watch
God.
this episode, stupids. They're not even people. They're like an algorithm. I'm communicating with an algorithm. Yeah, it's
You're
like not even a
repeating
person.
AI. Carolina Community.
Yeah. Shout out Carolina Community.
Shout out Carolina Community.
Shout out Carolina
Thanks
Vibes.
for all the
Thanks for all the exposure.
Yeah,
You're a good
dude.
marketing guy. Thank you. You're
Yeah.
a good guy.
100%.
100%. You should do it. Everyone should do it. I've been trying to get my friends to do it, but they're kind of scared of the negotiation part. It's
Yes.
a little aggressive. They get kind of crazy.
Yes. So
They
you
reach
guys,
out.
You guys are both in relationships.
Yeah.
That's
He's
his
married,
own,
and I have
yeah.
a girlfriend that I plan to
Life up.
marry.
Oh, good for you guys. Okay. Timmy, how'd you meet your girlfriend?
We met on Hinge and Bumble, both.
Both.
Yeah.
Tight. Okay.
It was a match made in heaven.
Twofer.
2 for 1. She on her Hinge, she was like, one of her slides was like, ask me about the Google survey. And then I'm like, what's the Google survey? And she's like, a dating survey for dating me. And I'm like, give it to me, I'll do it. And then I did it and passed it and then went on a date with her. It was a very charming way to be
Dude,
like
this is
sussing out all the stupid guys. And I'm like, I'm not a stupid guy. Give me the survey. I fill it out honestly. And I'm like, there you go.
dude. Your girlfriend's
Damn.
smart. She's like
She is smart. She
Earned
sussed
your
out.
way
serious
in.
I
inquiries.
earned my way in with a test. I'm like, oh, I'll ace it. Give me the test.
She's like filtering out the riffraff. By the time a guy
Exactly.
matches and asks for a Google Doc, you know he's not just
He's
like
not some tool. Because she
I'm-
said some guys did the Google Doc and were really rude about it.
Yeah. What kind of questions are on this Google Doc?
Do you see yourself getting married ever? Do you want kids? How much sex do you want typically in a week?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, that's good. Those are good answers. So she would like that. I don't remember all of them. It was like 9 questions. One
Okay.
was, do you like pegging?
Ah. Yes, obviously.
I said no. And then she said wrong answer. So I did it again and put yes for pegging. And then I got the date. I lied. And now there's a forever cycle of her being like, you're going to let me peg you. And me being like, I'll never in my life let you peg me. And she's like, you said on the survey. And I'm like, I lied on the survey.
Yeah.
It's not a legally binding
Yeah, it's not a
document.
legally binding document.
Yeah.
But no, I will. We're going to on our honeymoon. That's the agreement. Yeah.
Saved your pegging virginity for me.
Yeah, I am.
It's kind of hot, actually.
I'm so pissed about it, but I make big poops, so I'm like, if my penis, and we're making a plaster mold of my penis.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
So I'm like,
that is a level of narcissism.
Dude, have you ever been concerned about like the biggest shit you've ever
Yes,
taken? Like, dude, I don't know.
but I'm saying my penis is much smaller than that.
I've ripped it, dude.
Oh, right.
So I'm like, it
I
won't
didn't even
hurt.
get the joke. Just
Yeah, it won't hurt as bad as that.
it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Do you think it'd hurt if it was like made out of plaster? Like it was a ceramic?
How much lube? I mean, that sounds sharp.
Ceramic.
You could have it
I want it to be
glazed.
plastic.
It'll be like
Yeah.
It'll be so
Don't
hard.
let it
So it'd
break.
be like porcelain.
What if it
rock
broke?
hard?
You need a
wood.
little bit of silicone so it's got some give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like if it's just like a solid fucking ceramic,
Yeah.
you're gonna shove a vase up your ass.
And then it, yeah.
Ouchie.
If it broke, that'd be a bad situation.
That you probably wouldn't Well, I guess they can get it out, but it would suck.
But you said you make big poops, huh?
I do, yeah, and they feel good.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad to admit?
Well,
it's embarrassing.
I relate to that. I played college football, D2, no big deal, you know. But,
I can see that.
Yeah, dude.
I can see that being D2.
We were sick. I like that. You know, but I got moved from defensive end. Or no, excuse me, linebacker to defensive end in one summer, and my coach was like, "You have to put on 30 pounds in like 3 months." So I would eat sandwiches. I would eat like 3 massive subs a day.
You'd be a fast defensive lineman.
Well, I was slow after the putting on this weight, but
compared to other D linemen though.
Well, what was that?
Because you're not big. You're like lean.
Yeah, now I was like 250. I'm like 200 now, so it's like 15 pounds.
Oh my god.
But like to get that much weight, like my body wasn't ready to like process the bowel movement. It would be like car batteries every fucking.
Oh my god.
Mine are tubes.
You get fissures. You ever had you know what those are?
No.
Well,
I've ripped the hole.
Bloody butthole.
It's like it's a tearing of the rectum.
Oh, I might have had that.
Yeah.
I might have had that.
I've had that happen.
I've had that happen. I've bled.
I took a day after Thanksgiving shit that ripped me open one time.
Yeah, doesn't it suck? Because there's no way for it to
I
heal.
couldn't pass
It's
it.
like stool softeners. You're just like
Yeah. I've had that happen when I was a younger man. Now I'm more worn and ready.
Yeah.
Like an old baseball glove.
Now you're
Yeah.
broken in.
I'm broken in.
I have now that I've started taking Lexapro, I have diarrhea 3 times a week.
Oh no.
It gives me diarrhea like.
But is it happy diarrhea
most
because of the
days.
serotonin?
It feels better, yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Mine's the opposite. I vomit from my pills.
Really?
Yeah.
Ick.
You guys want to talk about what pills you're on?
Sure. I'm on trazodone for sleep. It's a heavy sleep pill.
Okay.
I'm on risperidone for an antipsychotic, and I'm on hydroxyline for anti-anxiety.
Dude, tight. Okay.
Yeah, and I got to go to my pharmacy this weekend. It's free too.
Does that cocktail work pretty good?
Yeah, I
What
have
is
to be
that?
on some sort of cocktail. What they keep offering me, and I'll tell this to the listeners, I'll always say no to it, is Depakote and lithium. They offer it to me, I spit in their face. I say, stupid.
What are those two?
Lithium is the car battery.
Yeah, that's what
No, lithium for bipolar people kind of fries your brain lower so that you're not manic, but it creates you to be a zombie, in my experience.
Uh-huh.
And Depakote is the more modern addition. They try to hide it and be like, it's not lithium, it's Depakote. But Depakote is the modern lithium, and I'll go out on my shield saying this. People don't know it yet, but as someone who's taken Depakote, I can tell you, maybe it's not as strong as lithium, but the effect is the same. And I will take neither. Like a doctor can try to give it to me, I'll say no.
That's
That's my line. And they're like, okay, we'll give you these. And I'm like, I'll try them. And I tried them, and I'm like, I don't feel anything. And they're like, yeah, good. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I guess.
It seems to be working.
Yeah, I take the sleep pills.
Over
the
the past
best.
couple of months, this is much better than it has.
Yeah,
been.
because
Oh wait, this is recent. This is a recent new combo.
I went to the hospital a few months ago.
Oh, dude,
Psych
what
ward.
happened? Oh shit, we don't have to talk about this. But
No, we can. I don't care. I was not sleeping well, and I was throwing up. I was on an antipsychotic called Vraylar. That was a designer antipsychotic. And I stopped taking it for like a year and a half, which I always do with my medication, because I'm bipolar. So when I'm not manic, I never get depressed. So-
Misplaces.
yeah, I never get
Panic on my
depressed.
face.
But I do get manic. I don't sleep and I don't eat for periods because I just get really antsy.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen for a while, so I stopped my medication. And then it started happening again. I couldn't sleep for like days. So I started taking... So
How many days were you without
like
sleep?
2-3 days.
three.
But it had been before that. It had been like 7 days that I haven't slept once, like when I was living in LA.
So overall, improvement.
So it was an improvement. And I started taking my Vraylar, which I had a bunch of. And I was taking it, and it was making me throw up, and I still wasn't sleeping, and I was throwing up like every few hours. And I was like, it's not working. And then me and my parents went to the hospital, and then they involuntarily committed me into a psych ward. And I was in there for like, how long? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Involuntarily?
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, recently.
Oh shit.
It's my third time being involuntarily admitted into a psych ward.
So, did you resist when you?
Yeah.
How hard?
Very hard.
About as hard as you can.
About as hard as an adult man can.
I wasn't there.
My dad was
I heard
there.
about it.
My dad was there, and then they separated me from my dad, which silly move.
Dude, did you just go apeshit? Were you like, dude, fuck this? Like, I don't.
I started leaving the room. That was the
Yeah.
problem. Is they had me in a waiting room for like 2 hours. So I get out, and they didn't lock it. That's their mistake. And so I get out of the waiting room, and then me and a guard got into something.
There was a discussion.
I can't. What?
Did you like come to blows? Like,
I can't.
There
I
was
don't
a
know.
discussion.
There was legal action taken after, which upon further review was dropped by the hospital because there was allegations that I struck a guard unabashed and for no reason. But upon further review of the tape, it may not have worked out that way, which I had been saying from the beginning.
Right.
So the charges went away.
Yeah.
But I did get involuntarily committed, and I had to work my way out, which I've done before. It's no big deal. I'll do it again. It's not a big deal. All they do is like
likely so.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably be back to one. I don't care. Maybe, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they gave me these new pills, and they're working really well. Pate's been with me the whole time.
Yeah.
So he's seen me when I was really manic, when I
Yeah.
wasn't that manic, and so he knows that I'm not right now.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
The sleeping pill helps. It's like a really heavy, and I take it at night, and it just knocks me unconscious. Because
Yeah.
without that, I'll just stay up for days.
Yeah. So what types of things do they get you to like earn your way out? What do you have to do to prove to them that like
You have to listen to all the rules, because in the psych ward, there's rules like you have to get up at this time. There's only 3 meals a day and no snacks, so you can only eat at certain times. And there's
You're coming out of the psych ward fit, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's group therapy. Yeah. There's group therapy. There's group activities. There's counseling. There's appointments with doctors. And if in all of these, yes,
okay,
and if in all these steps you're proving to be coherent, which I was, and you don't get your phone, you don't get anything but an empty notebook, one book that you can choose, which I chose, The Philosophy of Thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be trippy reading.
Mm-hmm. And
philosophy
I had
a psych ward.
And I had a pen, and I would write notes. I still have it. I was writing the names of the nurses who wronged me. Yeah. Chrissy is one of them.
Fuck you, Chris.
Because by the end of it,
shout out Chrissy.
Yeah, she tucked me.
You know what you did.
You know what you did. She called me a baby at every step of the way because my nails weren't trimmed, and I was like, "You guys, you need to trim my nails because if my dad comes and picks me up and sees my nails to be this long, everyone's getting hit up crazy."
Because they won't give you nail clippers?
No.
Dude.
They won't give you anything. I had one measly skinny pen like this long that I could write tiny things with, and a book.
Dude.
And then like counseling materials.
Sure. Did you have any like realizations of philosophy when you were in there reading your book? And
Just of myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
I want everything that I want pretty badly, and I'll do whatever I have to take it.
Hell yeah.
Which is sometimes playing nice.
Yeah.
And not cursing at doctors.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they'll let you out, and then you can do your
then
thing.
you do whatever you want.
Yeah, because I was telling all of them, and they're
It's like Nietzschean philosophy.
Yeah,
You're like the fucking
my psych ward visit
Superman.
notes were presented in my psychiatry appointment that I last went to,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "I'm gonna read your psych notes, but you can't get mad at me. You can't shoot the messenger. What I say is just what you were saying in the psych ward." And I'm like, "I remember it astutely. Say everything you said." And she's like, "It says here you want to buy an engagement ring for your girlfriend." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Woo!
And I'm like,
Lock him
Wait,
up.
wait, wait.
folks.
Yeah.
What?
Are you just breaking news right now?
"No, she knows. We have it all straightened out."
Oh, okay.
And then she was like, "And it says here you want to move and get a house in Denver for work." And I'm like, "Still true." And
Comedy?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
no, just
yeah.
at my work at my law firm. I want to move
Right,
to a
but
Denver.
you want to also do
Oh yeah, in
comedy as
Denver.
well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I mean,
So
I
you
just have like,
manifested your future as a part of this experience.
yeah, and then she like
Fuck
tried
yeah.
to throw it in my face like it was a bad thing. I'm like, those are all my plans. So what?
Yeah.
And I was saying them loudly in a psych ward for a few days.
Oh well. Yeah.
We all do that sometime.
It wasn't so much the thought, but the frequency.
Yeah.
with which it was vocalized.
I was repeating myself. Yeah, tell them about what I was up to in those times.
You'd get frequent phone calls where Timmy would talk to you like a character out of Glengarry Glen Ross for 90 minutes.
I'm like,
Put
yeah.
that coffee down.
Yeah, I was like Lemon, that one
Yeah.
guy, Jack. I was like, listen here, buddy. All I want is a house in Denver. You see, it's raining. Can you let me in? And you're like, my daughter's asleep. I'm like, I won't be a bother. Just let me in for a cup of coffee. And he's like, I don't want to hear about your 5-year plan again. And I'm like, it's all straightened out. It's all fine. And I haven't slept for days. I'm like writing incessantly everywhere. Just
Wait, is
like,
Lemon the guy who's trying to like sell and he's like,
yeah,
it's not going well?
Yeah, and he's like out in the rain.
And he's like desperately trying to sell this.
Yeah.
But then they turn out to be crazy.
Yes.
Oh, that's
What's
a
Pacino's
sad arc
character's
of that
name
story.
Ricky Roma.
Ricky Roma. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do that. You do the Ricky Roma shtick sometimes.
I
too.
do Ricky Roma.
Who's that?
Al
Is that
Pacino.
Pacino?
Yeah. I play confident.
You're a
I can like phase
You're
between.
a child.
I phase between all the characters, and it's very overwhelming for people. So I
like-
need.
What do people want?
Yeah, I'm like philosophizing. I'm
You know,
like,
what do we want? We love. We want safety.
Yeah.
The admiration of our peers. That's all I'm asking for here.
Yeah.
I'm just asking for my dignity as a man. I'm not
Yeah.
being unreasonable.
Yeah.
Do you think that's reasonable pay? It's also like a million. You only get to say yes or no to questions.
Yeah.
That's your part of the
I know.
conversation.
I like
he just asks you questions.
I'm like, can I wet my beak? Can I wet my beak?
Is it wrong for me to ask for what's mine? It's mine.
Yeah.
It's mine, and you want it from me for free?
My civil liberties are
How is
taken
that
from
fair?
me.
Do you think that's fair?
Yeah.
I like when he shits on Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
It
yeah.
embarrasses him, and then the other guy's like, "You are a shithead.
You
Wade."
shouldn't
That
be
is the
working
funniest
with
fucking-
men.
My
You
favorite
are a
line from
shithead.
that is when he says like, when I find out whose fucking cousin like hired you or whatever, like whose fucking cousin you are, just like that made me laugh so hard. He's like,
Yes.
yeah, he hit him right where it lives.
Alec Baldwin,
But yeah, I went to the psych ward. Bipolar 1.
bipolar 1.
That's what I have. But I've known I've had
Dude.
that since I was like 21.
Dude, good for you. Find through that shit, bro.
It's just it's the disability of a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Kanye is, right?
I know he is that too.
Dude, I fuck with
That's
Kanye.
my favorite artist.
I
Given
I know he's crazy.
He is crazy. Sometimes he says bad things, but he's crazy.
I feel like his conscious mind is maybe what's off, but like he's fucking brilliant. I was listening
He's a
to
brilliant
all of his
artist.
music
Yeah,
recently,
me
and
too.
I was like, how did he come up with this shit?
And his clothes are amazing. His shoes are amazing.
Mhm.
I sound like Trump.
Yeah.
His
He's
clothes are amazing. His shoes are
Kanye,
amazing.
big Kanye
Yeah,
fan.
I'm a big Kanye fan.
Yeah. Hey, Pate, what are you? We talked about this before we started, but
Yeah, I'm just on Lexapro. That's
Okay.
all. Just a SSRI for depression and anxiety.
fuck yeah.
What about you, David?
I'm on nothing, but I feel like I should be on something.
What do you think you are, more depressed or anxious?
I don't know what my thing is. I'm actually like real happy in terms of like, because I have a schedule that I can stick to.
Yeah.
Like the dark times were like COVID.
Oh.
And speaking of like, diary shit, like you were saying how crazy,
Yeah.
that was like when I felt the most just crazy because
too.
I mean, obviously COVID for a lot of people, but I didn't have an outlet for creativity, and I realized that was kind of my dysfunction of 20s. So I realized I needed to start to write. So I was like, I'm just going to commit to writing stuff.
Yes, good
But
idea.
the shit that I wrote is like, I kind of
Bad.
hope nobody ever finds it.
I did that
Like-
because when I first started stand-up, I was 18 years old,
Mhm.
and I was writing so much stuff. And I look back at it, I still have it in my dad's house,
Yeah.
and it's the most embarrassing stuff, but I'm like, at least I was like swinging the bat.
You were trying.
Yeah,
have to
you were
start
trying.
bad.
You have to start bad.
Yeah.
Because I had this joke about Southern people that I tried when I was 18, and it was so bad because I didn't know Southern people, but I talked like I knew Southern people. I was like, their accents are all, and everyone's like, shut up, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, you have an entitlement as a kid to be like, I know what
Right.
the difference is between the Northern and Southern people, and it's like, you don't
Yeah.
yet, but you're gonna pretend you do,
Yeah.
and they're gonna listen politely, and then you're gonna bomb, and that's what happened for years.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know the difference, but I'm like, you know the difference between Southern people and Northern people, and I literally
Yeah.
didn't know, and I was just
Yeah.
guessing. I'm like,
Yeah.
their accents are weird,
Dude, that's a really good point about like, that's a characteristic of early sets being bad. That's
Mhm.
what is bad about them is like,
You don't
I don't
know
because I did this.
Yeah.
You speak with authority.
Yeah.
Because you think that's what comedians do. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is like this, and they're like, you don't know.
I know,
shit
and it's
about
embarrassing.
me,
Yeah.
especially if you're younger starting.
Mhm.
It's
'Cause
hard
I'm
to be
looking back and I'm
self-aware.
like, I now know more clearly the difference between Northern and Southern people, and I wish I had that knowledge as a kid because I was speaking as if I had that knowledge, and I had no idea other
Yeah.
than their accents were different. But that's not enough to go with
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I wrote bad stand-up material and just also depressing shit. I was like, what the fuck is life? I
Yeah.
don't even know. And I'd be drunk
On your
too.
Bukowski
I used
stuff.
to drink. Yeah, Bukowski. I was like, yeah, I don't know what I said.
Something
Talking about
something
Tinder
crazy.
matches and
Ooh, the love of your life.
yeah, or just meaningless ones. Just like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was me. I shouldn't
Yeah,
have done that.
American
It's like,
Psycho
this is- I
style.
like, hate myself for all this
Yeah.
fucking horrible. Yeah, but
What's that book called? Poking of Dead Frog.
oh yeah, I got it. This is a gift that I got from Ben Jennings. Because I'm leaving, it was like, dude, I got you a book.
Yeah, you're leaving. Speak on that. I know your
Stories.
listeners know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what this is. It's conversations with comedy writers. I haven't read it.
Can I
yet.
see it?
Poking
Is
the
it like
Dead Frog.
Is it like In Your Head or Sick in the Head with Judd Apatow? You ever read that?
Maybe.
You never read Sick in the Head?
No.
You have, right? With
can't
Judd
remember.
Apatow, his book on interviews of comedians.
I think I did read that.
Yeah, I think you did too. You read comedy books.
Yeah.
I like these names already.
Yeah. Bill Hader.
Tell us where you're moving.
New York City.
Why?
Well, because I'm old as fuck, and I've told myself,
You gotta go.
I gotta go.
It's time to go, then go.
Yeah, I had I was telling Pate, it's pretty cool. My company's I switched from a rep job that just calls on hospitals here to a remote one where I just cover like the whole Eastern U.S. for like support.
Cool.
So
you can live anywhere.
I could live anywhere. And I told my boss in January, I was like, dude, I kind of want to do comedy. And that's kind of why I would be going at night. And he was like, yeah, dude, I don't care. So he was real supportive.
That's very exciting. When do you leave?
Well, we just finished getting the apartment finalized this week. So we can go anytime.
Who's we?
Alexis Ramirez. She's going with.
Oh.
Do you know Alexis?
No.
Yeah. Platonic. We're not.
Okay, hey, you're not on trial. Yeah. Whoa, wait.
Like,
I didn't ask.
No, I was like,
he thinks the lady doth protest him.
Yeah, hey. Nothing official.
Yeah.
Are you roommates? Roommates?
With the girl before you're married, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, roommates. Yeah.
What borough?
What's that?
What borough?
What borough? Astoria, Queens, Astoria.
Ooh, like King of
Yeah.
Queens.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite sitcoms of all time.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
same. Real
Yeah.
good.
Speaking of, yeah,
Really
that
good.
does hold up. I like. So yeah, man, we don't really have any ton of connections or anything. We're just gonna go up.
Comedy's a major connection, though. You'll get connected within like a month.
Yeah, yeah. I figure. Have you ever done stand up in New York?
No.
No. I did it in LA for about a year.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. I lived in LA for a year.
Yeah.
That's where I first went crazy. Yeah. I went so crazy in LA.
Fuck.
Like
Okay.
the craziest
We gotta try
I'd
to
ever-
not go crazy in New York.
Yeah, I know. You better.
So
because
what advice do you have about living in a massive?
Okay, I do have advice. Create like a 1.5 mile walking area around your apartment that is your New York. That is not the entire city of New York. But you know what I mean? Because you're probably not going to use your car. So find out the spaces that are your New York neighborhood.
Create your neighborhood.
Create your neighborhood quickly so that you don't have to be everywhere in New York. That'd be so overwhelming. You can have your slice of
Yeah.
heaven.
Right.
That'd be key.
Because you have nothing familiar if you're just
No,
going around
create your own neighborhood
randomly.
and then stick to it with your roommate.
Yeah.
And then you guys can create bonds that way.
Yeah.
And then open mics close by. Don't go to Manhattan.
Right.
And then branch out slowly and get to know the city as you spread.
Right. That's very good. I kind of had that inclination. Like I want to
Yeah.
make friends with, because I need friends.
Your neighbors.
I want to make friends with the neighbors.
There's
going
going
to
to be millions of neighbors. Yeah.
I want to know. Yeah.
And the density of the population is enough for you to know that you'll find friends pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Just go to the local bar.
People all looking for friends.
Go to a karaoke bar at night.
Karaoke bar. That'll be good. Alexis crushes karaoke.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that'll work.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. I can't wait to visit you.
Yeah, dude, you can.
Yeah, I
Because
can.
we did have a third roommate and they dropped out. So we have like an extra bedroom right now.
Ooh.
So
Pate
actually-
loves
I think
New
we're
York.
gonna take this show on the road. I love New York, dude. Yeah,
I haven't been to New York
love
ever.
that. Love,
You've never
yeah.
been?
No,
It's a great
I'm a
city.
West Coast cat.
Okay. Yeah, you strike me as West Coast.
And a
vibes.
Southeast. I like the southern East. Like South. Atlanta, sick.
Yes.
I not even like Chicago.
You don't?
I do.
Oh yeah, Chicago's great. I love
I would
Chicago.
prefer it over New York because
Same,
Henry, my best
honestly.
friend. I have another podcast called the Henry and Timmy podcast.
Yeah.
I've been doing that one
for
since pre-COVID, forever. It's like my staple. You know when you hear about a comedian who has a podcast with his buddy that he's been doing since he was like, you know, this isn't that. This is my professional. This is my professional producer, production man. But me and Henry,
This isn't the real one.
me and Henry have been friends since I was 21, and we have a podcast we've been doing for like 4 years now. I think
Holy shit. How many episodes do you have?
90 something because we have breaks when I go to the psych ward. So there's long gaps where I don't have any episodes. And then I come back and I'm like, I'm back with a new prescription.
Better than ever.
Better than ever. And Henry's like, we've been waiting for our co-host to get well. And I'm like, I'm back. But yeah, it's a long-standing podcast called the Henry and Timmy Podcast. It's very chill. It's not, there's
Yeah.
no set.
Yeah.
We just FaceTime and record our voices and put it out as like a chat.
Hell yeah.
And it's
This
pretty,
is
we
what's
got
on your
loyal
mind.
listeners. We got a small base.
Fuck yeah.
I'm one.
Yeah. Mostly
Long
friends.
time listener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about how it's
Frequent
funny.
guest.
Henry will get like these random DMs on his stories about like random fans being like, "It's nice that you're visiting your mother," and I'm like, "That's so scary." To imagine a fan being like, "Good, Henry's visiting their mother." Yeah, it's so frightening.
They're into your personal life.
I
It's a
know because
compliment.
we forget that it's being listened to.
Dude,
so it's
I
so
always forget that here. I
Yeah.
don't even remember. Like, yeah.
I don't either. I'm just talking about my life, and then they're like, "We remember." I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, I feel like that. Like, every week when I put one up, I'm like, oh, there's a chance no one will click on it. You know?
I know.
It's so new. Like, when
I
you
feel
start a
that too.
local podcast, it's like, you never really know. Like,
On
somebody
Uncommon
could
Gents, we
just-
look at at least I look at the views, and I'm just seeing 0 for the first few hours, and I'm like, we're done. We're washed.
I'm just trying to make sure. I don't even look at the views. I'm like, well, we're gonna put them out. I look
Yeah,
at
you
it
gotta
as
just
you got to just do
black
it
it out.
anyway.
I'm
Put
the
it out.
views guy. I look
Nobody
at the
will
views.
watch it.
I look at the
for
views
a while, and then maybe eventually.
I look at
By
it
the
like
time people are watching it, we'll also have gotten better at it because like that's my concern is making
Yeah.
sure it looks and sounds
Keep
as good as
doing
it
it.
can.
Just keep doing it.
I look at it like it's a small bar show because in a bar show it's like 20 people.
20.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Like a good bar show is like 20 people.
Mine are like 6.
But I'm saying if it's a bar
The
show
sandbar?
and there's 20 people, you're psyched. So I'm thinking my
Yes.
podcast, 20 listeners on YouTube, I'm psyched.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the mindset.
No, that is.
Because 20 people is more than 5. It's like 20
Yeah.
people on an open mic, you're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, as a podcast,
Yeah, for sure. In terms of
20
reach.
people, you got to be like, that's an audience.
Yeah, just imagine we're doing this in front of like 20, 30, 40
Yeah.
people.
And I love
That's
that.
a good ass show.
Yes, it is a
That's
good show.
exposure.
That's exposure.
That's real shit.
That's fans. And that's no one else helping but us. We're just doing it
Yeah.
ourselves.
So how do you guys prep for an Uncommon Gents podcast?
Oh, we have a producer.
Yeah?
It changes. Right now it's Phil Carter. You know Phil?
Yeah. Dude, Phil came to Coffee Underground a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's hilarious, right?
Yeah,
Phil's
really.
great.
Yeah, I normally am used to seeing his Buttercups performances.
Oh, his stand-up's amazing. He's
But
one of my
his
favorite
stand-up's
local.
great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super nice, super likable.
nice. He is our guest producer. Trying to make him full-time, but he only wants to be a guest producer. So we're kind of in the market for one. I was hoping Jerry would do it, but they said they don't know about producing. I'm like, you don't have to know anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all the engineering. You just have
I know,
to
you just have to be an audience.
prompt us and laugh at
I'm
our
going to
jokes.
try to pitch it better in person. You know Jerry, stand-up? You haven't been to Art Bar in a minute.
I know, dude. I need to come back before I
Jerry's the funniest. Shout out
Jerry?
Jerry. Yeah, Jerry.
New comedian?
Yeah, but they're non-binary, and they've been my bestie since like a year ago, probably. And they've just been hanging out with comedians, not
Nice.
doing comedy. And then they decided like 3 months ago to start, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my!
It makes me
God.
mad.
It makes me mad
That
too.
Jerry's really good?
Jerry
Yeah.
is amazing at comedy,
Yeah.
and they get
Yeah.
introed with the Jerry theme song like. Burr, 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 burr,
Oh, the
burr.
Seinfeld?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
It's so funny, and they crush every time. And they have this really good local show. I think you did it right.
I'm about to do it next. When's this
What's
come
the
out?
what?
Well, I got a lot in the hopper right now.
All right, it'll have already happened.
month.
But it's a monthly showcase,
Yeah.
so shout it out anyway.
Yeah, it's. I'm not sure what the show's called, but it's at Bang Back Lounge.
Bang Back Lounge in downtown in 5
Yeah.
Points. Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
I heard it's really fun.
Hang
$5 tickets. Pate's on the next one.
I don't want to be that guy.
I haven't
gotta
been
go-
on it
I
yet, so
gotta
you
look
might
at
be
it.
promoting my show. You know what I mean?
I might be. In that
Yes.
case, I don't want to.
Where's it at?
Bang Back. It's
Bang Back.
it's an arcade. It's like a pinball place. with
Oh, I bet that's lit. That's kind of like Art Bar, it sounds like.
yeah.
I got the video or the video.
And apparently the
games
first two I think there's been have been going really well.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
Jerry co-hosts it with Royce, my roommate, who's also a comedian.
for sure. I definitely want to shout out Art Bar in general too, because for anybody listening, you want to see these guys very funny. Like Art Bar.
Art
Dude,
Bar.
It's a fucking party because you guys.
It's a party.
You guys are like residents at the Art
We
Bar.
hang. It's like a speakeasy.
It's yeah.
The comedians
Like
own the place.
The crew, yeah.
The squad. The local comics run the joint.
Mhm.
On Tuesday nights, you come and me and Pate and Wayne and all the locals are going to be holding down court.
It is
Yeah.
a good ass show. Like I
And
feel
it's
like
a
it's got
good
a good
show.
reputation in
It
the
does.
community because it feels like Columbia college students come sometimes.
They
Is
do.
that
It's a,
part of the-
yes, it's a
part of
young
the
crowd
thing?
because like there's younger comics and they bring younger friends and the younger friends bring friends and then it's just a young crowd. So it's a
Yeah.
smart crowd.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to tell like, oh, my diaper's full. You don't have to be
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
You can be like,
Yeah, it's highbrow shit.
Exactly.
You get 5
Yeah.
minutes of Grimace material.
yeah.
You get- yeah.
Do 5 minutes on Grimace.
Yeah. You get some good fucking.
It is good. It's a good show.
Fresh,
What's your favorite
interesting.
What's your ones here? Coffee Underground?
So Coffee Underground's the best one.
I've seen
in
that with
Greenville.
Royce. Royce and I have gone to it. I just watched though.
Yeah.
But it's a good stage.
Why did you just watch?
I was in a weird space. I was in.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just drove
But
and watched. And
It's such a fun stage to
I know. I
perform
wish
on,
I
though.
had done it. It was like a really skinny room.
Mhm.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's gotten better. We
I see Zlata's there.
Dude, Zlata?
Yeah,
Dude, we were talking. I was
she's
talking
one of
to
my
Zlata.
oldest comedy friends ever.
Dude. Okay, Zlata. This is a good crossover because Zlata. I'm a huge fan of Zlata.
Yeah,
although
that's
she
one of the
gives me
day
so
ones.
much shit,
That's
though.
one of the day one homies. Why?
Because she just likes to make fun of
Yeah.
me. She just likes to. I don't know.
She's one of the old friends.
Yeah, we were in a.
I'm so
fight.
happy she's doing stand up again.
Yeah, she rules, dude. She's
Yeah.
so funny.
Zlata and I were in a fight the other day. You know, Instagram notes
No.
on the chat. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put
yeah.
a little bubble above your head.
Oh,
a thought
yeah,
bubble.
yeah.
So she would like say something shitty about me, like she's coming over to like break my garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Then I would say she's a terrorist. That we would like fight back and
That's
forth
funny.
on that. We thought that was fun.
She's cool. So does she live around here and doing Greenville shows now?
Uh,
Or I mean,
fuck,
does she?
I forgot where she lives exactly.
But does she do Greenville
a
openly?
lot?
nearby, yeah.
Yep.
I love to hear it because she was a Columbia staple when I was first starting.
Mhm.
Me and her kind of started together.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
I'm just pissed at her because she refuses to do a podcast interview. So,
Why?
Because she's ashamed.
What if she sees
she's
Timmy?
ashamed of the show.
What if she sees Timmy doing it?
doesn't want to be associated.
She's gonna be like, Timmy and Pate did it.
Well, I told him that. I told him you guys want to come up and do it. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
She's too big for it. I think maybe it's because she's, a
Busy.
mother and
Busy.
nursing school and doesn't want. I've had people before that asked to change their names because they are interviewing for jobs. And
Oh,
don't
speaking
want
of school, I got in. I'm
hell yeah.
I'm a super junior.
fuck yeah,
I'm going to USC for economics.
dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tight, right?
I was an econ major.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going in as a junior because I got my associates at Midlands Tech, which is the community college attached to USC.
Okay.
And I just never transferred. And then I'm like just figuring out like my life kind of, and I'm like I should get my bachelor's.
The econ majors statistically make the most after.
Well, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's why I picked it. I was like, oh, I
It's
don't
smart.
know. I have no idea what to do.
Because
with
my
life,
dad did
but-
business administration, and that was smart. And then I did econ because I think it's a graduation of business administration. Because my dad's business administration to his core, so I have that already in my bones from being raised with my dad. But what I don't have is econ stuff. So I
Right.
like that,
Right.
and I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
fascinated by it.
That's how the fucking world works.
Yeah, I want to predict the fall. That's like
Predict-
the books.
Predict the next.
The books I read for fun are a lot of econ level books, kind of.
Yeah.
And I'm just like fascinated with it. So
What did you study, Pate?
Business, supply chain.
Oh, business and supply chain.
Yeah.
logistics. He's a logistics man.
So your day is spent. Wait, I have friends that are in logistics. Do you do like loads and freight management?
It's just
things
like, it's
that?
freight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. That's good money, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It does okay.
How do you like that compared to like comedy?
Are you serious?
Comedy.
No. Well, is it soul sucking? Because like I don't know how I feel. Like my job like is fine, but sometimes it's just
Dog, I was cleaning out my desk Thursday.
yeah.
I got so fed up at work. I was throwing shit away and just putting all my stuff out. Like, I'm about to just scrape all of this into a box, and
Yeah.
yeah,
What happened?
we don't have to talk about that.
I love my job.
I don't.
My
And
job
it's
is the
fine.
best.
I do what I do my best. I do. I come in. I do a good job, and I go home at 5.
Yes.
And
What's
you
your
know,
ideal
but
job?
I don't like it.
What's your ideal job? Book-
Stay at home dad. Like, I don't want to really do anything.
I
don't
love operations to my core. So I'm so
know.
happy. to
TV
do
writer.
Yeah.
That's my.
I'm a
dream job.
mover and a shaker.
Operations.
I like property management. I like roaming. I like kicking tires on vehicles.
Yeah.
Gassing up cars.
Yeah.
Like checking out the geese. I love that type of stuff. So
Checking out the geese.
like if you have a pond, you check out the ducks, the geese, you
Right.
feed them.
You got to check on them.
You gotta check on the ducks.
Mm.
My dad's house has a pond, and I'm there like every time I'm at my dad's.
He's got to see what's up with the geese.
The ducks. There's one goose who
Ducks.
everyone hates, and then the ducks that everyone likes.
Okay.
And I feed the goose too. I feed everybody.
I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna say operations. I think is an ideal thing. Like that's what I would.
It's like the blood of the firm is what I do. I'm like the blood of the
Mhm.
law firm. I make everything move.
Well, it's just like tasks like that. You're just kind of mindless. You can
Yeah.
think about other things while you're doing.
Like
them, and
someone
you feel
email me
good
like
about-
move this
Yeah.
desk to this office, and I'll be like, "You got it, boss." And I just do
Yeah.
it. That's the job, and I love it. It's like being a firefighter for the firm.
Mhm.
It's ideal. I could do that for a long time.
Yeah, I don't want to have to use higher brain function because it's
No,
like.
no. I mean, there is
sometimes-
problem solving, but it's not
Mhm.
so complex. It's like the problem is like getting this charcuterie board
Yeah,
upstairs.
and the problem is fixed in the same day.
Exactly, and
Like,
they're
if
like
you
a
have
bunch of
stuff
small
lingering out there,
fires.
and you got a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
to do. Like I have some of that with my job, and it's like,
mine are all small fires that get put out throughout the day.
yeah.
It's very nice.
I would just love to be paid to put Legos together all day.
Yeah, I sometimes
I
put
like
together
that.
office chairs.
Yeah,
The same, similar.
Yeah,
Assembly.
I'm working on this.
How come you don't have a timer around? What is this? Like a casino?
It's a casino.
Yeah.
Where you're like, how long have we been talking?
I know. I'm like, what time do we start? I'm scared. Have we been going for an hour?
hour 15.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah. Actually, I got to go to the bathroom. Can you guys
Yeah, we'll fill
talk?
it in.
Yeah.
One sec.
So Pate, how do you like the place?
It's pretty cool, actually. It's nice. It's
Let's
clean.
give our note.
I can say that
It's
for it. It's
clean.
clean.
How do you compare it to our studio? Speaking of studios, you guys, if you want to after this podcast, look up Uncommon Gents. Give
Yeah.
us a review. We're a new podcast. We're not big as David Bakker's
No.
podcast. He's getting all these views. We're getting like maybe 20 views an episode.
We're putting the effort in. We're
We're
trying.
small potatoes.
We're trying hard. We want to do it.
I want a cigarette so bad.
We want to make you laugh. You want this? You got your own.
I have my own.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it. Drive up here. How was it? Sucked?
I know, it made me so sad. It did suck. I'm reading a new book.
What you got?
Anton Chekhov.
Okay.
You heard of him?
I've heard of his gun.
What? No, he's not a gunman.
Chekhov's gun?
No.
The listeners know.
I don't know. He's a writer and a doctor, and he was one of the first comedy writers in Russia.
Interesting.
Here's his story.
He's like the Lenny Bruce of Russia.
Here's his story. I read his bio because my friend Peyton, who you know, she lent me this collection of his 3 most important plays he wrote. And his story is Anton Chekhov started his grandpa. I'm going to say this. Okay, I'll tell you.
What are you guys
I'm reading a book. Do you know Anton Chekhov? Do you know who that is?
No, Russian?
He is Russian. I'll tell you. In the 1880s, long time ago in Russia, this guy named Anton Chekhov was born and grew up. And what he is his grandpa bought his freedom from his owner as a serf. And so his grandpa was... Yeah, let me tell you. His grandpa was the first free person of his lineage. And then his dad was a middle manager of a market, like a shop. Mm-hmm. And then he beat his kids, and Anton was like one of 6. And then his dad's shop failed. He fled the small city to Moscow. Anton's 16. He finishes high school, or whatever the equivalent is, moves to Moscow with his dad, starts writing humorous stories because he was the class clown. Mm-hmm. Paying the family bills with writing stories and sketches for humor magazines. Okay. Goes to med school at 18 or like 20 something, like after working for a while. Mm-hmm. Goes to med school, gets his doctorate degree, gets his medical degree, is going to village and just being a free doctor for villagers. And while he's doing it, he's writing some of the most impactful plays ever written in Russian. And he's like lauded as the best Russian of all time. Dies at the age of like 46 from consumption from just like drinking and smoking. Mm-hmm. And he had like a famous wife. He was the first Russian writer not to come from an oligarchy. He came from peasant stock.
Shit, yeah.
And he was a doctor.
So what about this guy? Is there like something that you can read that's translated to English?
Everything.
Yeah, have you read all this shit?
I'm reading this first one is called like The Cherry Orchard, I think. It's a collection of 3 of his 3 most impactful plays translated from Russian to English with a foreword by this guy who translated it. Okay. And it's like about like Russian like average people, and they're structured as drama and comedies. And there's some.
What year was this guy alive?
1880s.
Dude, this guy's probably so good.
I know.
Because like Russian literature has like a kind of
and he helped with the
flavor to it.
He helped with the translation because he's like, it'll never be as good translated to English. So he was like insistent upon helping the translators finding what perfect translation goes with what word, so it reads like it's perfectly translated because he helped. Yeah. And while he was writing all these impactful works and winning all these prizes in Russia, he was also helping villagers for free in small villages all throughout Russia with like disease.
I like this guy.
I know, I like this guy.
Like Mother Teresa.
Look up Anton Chekhov, listener.
Anton Chekhov.
I'm reading his first play. It's very good. It's about this guy who's like rich, and he's putting on a play on the coast of his pond. He lives on his parents' property.
It's a play about a play?
It's a play about a play that's outside.
Genius.
I know, he's tough,
Genius.
right?
That's like Seinfeld.
I know. I'm so excited to read it.
Yeah.
Anton Chekhov. That's what we were talking about before you got back.
Tight.
Yeah.
Anton Chekhov. Yeah, Russian literature is amazing. In fact, this book by Norm Macdonald actually reads kind of like Russian literature because Norm is such a fan of like Dostoevsky and all that.
Cool.
And
yeah, for the listener wondering what we're referencing, this book, I've been looking for it
Norm Macdonald
for years. Norm Macdonald, if you're listening to this, you like him. If you're listening to this podcast, you like Norm Macdonald.
If Norm's listening to this,
God bless him.
If you have a TikTok at all,
you like Norm.
Yeah, you've seen Norm some.
He's funny. And I mean, this is a book I've been looking for since I was in like college. So I'm so impressed you found it. You bought it online?
I think so.
You probably bought it what from his website or something?
Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's where I found it all the time when I worked there.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big Amazon user. I'm more of a Barnes & Noble
There's
guy.
a pretty nice bookstore right down the road. You want to check it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm booked out though.
Going to the bookstore.
I have so many books. I'm crazy. I'm reading 5 books right now.
What are you reading?
Insane.
I'm reading The Iceman Cometh, which is a play by Eugene O'Neill, who's my favorite playwright. It won a Pulitzer Prize. Mm-hmm. First play to do it in America. Then I'm reading A Changing World Order about the last 500 years, the greatest dynasties, economies, and how they rose and fell. That's very fascinating.
Do you think we're going to fall soon?
Yes. I think China's going to take the lead, maybe. But everyone's kind of bending back on China, where we used to be kind of leaning towards them. Now everyone's kind of bending back. I've been reading about it. China is now number 2 more squarely. When before it was like number 2 but close to us.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of falling to be like number 2, and like no one wants to trade with China anymore.
Yeah. I don't think I have any real evidence to support this, but it feels like supply chains used to be integrally connected with China,
And now they're not.
And now they're kind of like trying to like hedge their bets and like
Do it
make
themselves.
Yeah, do it themselves.
That's true. That is what's happening.
That is what's happening.
If the trajectory had kept going to China being the main production of all these small parts, they would have been number one. But everyone's like, maybe China shouldn't be number one.
Yeah, and that's probably contributing to inflation too, because it's more expensive to make it elsewhere.
Yeah,
but like,
that's probably true.
and we also printed a shit ton of money.
But yeah, I'm reading that. Then I finished this book called 46 Rules of a Creative Genius.
Ooh, that's like a self-help one.
Yeah, and then I finished Brand Gap, which Pate's reading, about marketing in the digital age.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm reading Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman.
Dude, Renaissance man over here.
I know. And I think I'm trying to think of what else I'm reading. Dorian, the Tales of Dorian Gray. It's Oscar Wilde's only novel. You know Oscar Wilde?
Yeah.
It's his only novel he ever wrote.
Okay.
I'm reading that slowly.
Tales of Dorian Gray.
The Tales of Dorian Gray, yeah.
Mm.
That's probably like 6-7 books. I don't know. It's
yeah.
too many.
You have an active mind.
I have a too active of a mind. I'm crazy. I need pills. Someone give me a pill. I'm crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say before when you asked like what pills I'm on. I'm not on anything, but that's the thing I worry about is like actively stimulated with my mind constantly.
Yeah. No, distracted by distractions.
Yeah,
Always.
I like conversations with people because I have to follow with what they're saying and just go in linear. Like,
calms you down a little bit.
Right. If I'm just alone with my own thoughts, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, that's why I read like 7 books at a time. I'm a little crazy.
Yeah.
And I have a Kindle. It changed my life. Kindle?
Yeah.
You have one?
No.
You should get one.
No. Don't have a Kindle.
They're sick.
I'm a sucker for the hard copy books.
Me too, but Kindle's 50 million books in one size. Oh, this is so comfortable.
Don't let me block your eye line.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, relax, Pate.
Be able to see.
Pate, you read anything good?
Huh?
He doesn't read.
You don't read?
No, I have a bunch of books that I keep meaning to read and don't. That's my move is I get a book and I don't read it.
Yeah.
But I did on his recommendation. I'm working on the Brand Gap now. I bought that one and I am reading
The Brand Gap?
The Brand Gap, yeah.
Brand Gap. Marketing.
That's the one I just finished.
Yeah. Okay, so takeaways from the Brand Gap.
I was reading it more for work because I do operations and like I work for a company that is its whole MO is to smooth out office operations for pre-existing companies. And it's an international company. It just attaches to bigger businesses and streamlines their operations.
Okay.
And that's who I work for. So I'm wondering how that'll be in the digital age and seeing that everything's kind of moving towards AI and working from home.
Yeah.
And building stuff online. That's the key takeaway is we are going to see each other less and we should get more comfortable in our houses.
Okay. So online presence is going to be the thing.
I think a hybrid work environment is the new future.
So as part of the lesson of the book, brand is important. Like with your online brand, like what is it? How does it feel?
Yeah,
like,
you need your brand consistency in identifying how your market feels about your brand. Like what does your brand make them
like getting
feel?
the niche so that you only have one competitor and you're clearly better than them. You know what I mean? Like getting a niche of users.
You have to have a competitor?
Ideally, you don't. Ideally, you don't. If you find the correct niche, you don't have a competitor. You're the only one who makes.
So niche, and there is no.
Exactly, and then you're cornering the market, as in the only one who does it.
Yeah, this is interesting.
It is interesting.
It's good for comedy too, because you want to feel like
unique.
Feel like you don't really know how you're perceived. I was thinking about this recently. I was like, I don't even know if like there is a brand of your own comedy until you've done it long enough to where like
you have to know your brand and then feed into it.
Yeah.
And kind of be the brand.
Pick up on what people like about you
and capitalize it.
Yeah.
And then lowercase the other things they don't like.
Lowercase?
Yeah. The things they don't like.
That's like a marketing term. Like
no, I don't know. I'm just saying in terms of language.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I'm making up stuff.
What is your guys' brand of comedy if you had to describe it?
I've been asked this a couple times, and I was like, I don't fucking know.
Eccentric. You're a family man, and I'm eccentric. Can I put these on?
Yeah. Are they mine?
No.
I'm like a southern.
I was like, I don't even know. Yes, you can put on your own sunglasses.
I'm like a southern Ray Romano.
Yeah. I'm like a Midwestern, modern Mitch Hedberg kind of.
Really?
Yeah. Mixed with Louis C.K. and Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And Chappelle before he got weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a Chappelle fan now? Not a fan of
I don't think anyone is. No one's laughing at his material.
Well, he was off.
Yeah. What he's doing is called like not stand up. I don't know what it is.
I think that was just icing on the cake for you though, because like you were off the train
long ago,
a couple specials ago, like before that.
Like probably 2018 or
Yeah,
Sticks
you were
and
like,
stones,
nah.
you're like, man.
he wasn't being funny a long time ago. And I'm a very objective fan of what's funny. Am I laughing? No. I'm just looking like,
That's good.
go Dave.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I know, right? And sometimes it's not even that with Dave Chappelle. He's just, since Killing Me Softly, he's slowly fallen off. Sad.
He's killing himself softly
Yeah.
with his comedy.
No, he's in an echo chamber. He can't tell what's funny anymore because no one's being truthful to him anymore. People just revere him so much that it's just irrelevant what he says because he's just hearing his own thoughts echoed back at him. He can't be wrong.
If you met Dave Chappelle, would you say this to his face?
Yeah, yeah.
I would pussy out. I wouldn't.
I would just
I'd be like, I love
I
you,
wouldn't be
dude.
so rude about it. I'd be like, I probably wouldn't say anything, honestly.
Oh, I like
Positive or negative.
I like this question. Who's a celebrity that you hate?
Celebrity that I hate?
Yeah. You don't have to hate him for real, but like somebody who annoys the shit out of you that really bothers you. I asked this.
think about it.
We did an interview yesterday. And I asked it to somebody.
That guy that everyone thinks is so sexy, that Pedro.
Matt Rife?
No, I don't mind him. Pedro.
fucking hate Matt
That guy named Pedro, who's like the
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dislike.
Look him up.
No, he's
Yeah.
just like got such a sexy guy, and everyone's like, "Ooh, look, he's eating a cupcake," and I'm like, "Yeah, can it?" It's like people who say "doggo." I'm like, "Shut up."
Doggo.
Yeah, shut up, stupid. It's like,
Oh yeah, everybody's sucking this guy's dick.
I
right
know,
now.
I'm sick of it. I'm off. I'm off this stuff.
Yeah, I was hanging out with some girl comics the other day.
Eliza
And they
Schlesinger.
brought up Pedro Pascal
Ugh.
as somebody, like an older guy who like, oh, he's just so.
Sexy.
Yeah, he's like cute and quirky, but also kind of masculine and like.
No, I'm off him.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
Now, what's
Pedro
yours?
Pascal. Oh, I got a lot.
Kirstie
Pete Davidson.
Alley.
Pete Davidson.
Fucking hate him.
I saw a picture of him playing basketball, a video.
Yeah, I did too.
That was so sick. He was balling out. He was like,
Yeah, I looked in the comments. Somebody said, notice how they cut right before he actually dunked it.
Yeah.
Middle school move. Like,
yeah.
yeah, Pete Davidson. Nate Bargatze.
What?
Oh, hate him. I hate him, dude.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked too. Why?
I don't know. I think everybody was saying they liked him one time, and I like saw his Amazon special where like at the introduction of the special, he had his daughter introduce him, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Everyone, give it up for my daddy, neighbor." I was like,
Boo.
I loved it. I thought that was great. I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
I was like, yeah, he thought this was creative
Yeah.
and like cool, but I was like,
Yeah.
and he's like so like, I don't know, like he dresses all cool and stuff.
He did have like a glow up.
Yeah, he had a glow.
He had like a sincere glow up.
It was like, okay, I'm slick now.
Yeah.
I like people that look like their lives are falling apart. So
You know
Well,
who
he
I
used
kinda-
to on one his old
Did he?
on his old records. Yeah.
okay, maybe I'll watch his old stuff. I don't
Yeah.
actually hate these people.
What?
but
You
these
listen to
are
his like
just-
first two albums. They're really good. I like Nate Bargatze.
Okay.
He's really good.
You know who I wish was back to their old ways?
Who?
And it's not even that I hate them. It's just that I wish they were different, like they were. Pete Holmes.
Same.
Ah,
Same.
I like Pete Holmes,
I like him too,
but
but
I don't follow him closely. So what's happened and gone?
he's
bad
gone
with Pete
so
Holmes?
much into guru stuff that he's now a guru.
He's like now about spirituality.
He's
more
now
than-
Ram Dass. He's spiritual.
You Made It Weird has now bled like fully into the stand up.
Okay.
And it's still funny, but it's all like very
Introspective.
heady and about like spirituality and consciousness.
Yeah, it's very preacher. He's
Yeah.
like preacher.
Damn.
It made me sad because
Damn
he used
it.
to be the goofiest.
Used to be
silly-
goofy, funny, yeah, just silly, goofy dude.
Fuck.
But
I gotta
not
make sure that
anymore.
doesn't happen to me.
No, you're not
I
funny,
love
so you're
spiritual-
fine.
You'd probably go right wing. Yeah. You wouldn't do spirituality. You'd be like a Tucker Carlson type. Yeah. You'd lean into politics. Yeah. You'd be like, "Don't touch our children."
Yeah. What's going on? What are they not telling us?
Yeah, what are they not telling us? Aliens exist.
Is this
Oh,
actual?
I was talking about this. Did you see that aliens are real now?
Yes. I saw the story.
What's that about?
This is a good story to talk about.
It's crazy, right?
You watched the news story?
I saw the video.
Yeah. What do you think?
Aliens are existing amongst us.
So the video was caught on the cop's body cam of like a different incident.
Yeah.
And over the shoulder of one of the
Mhm.
people, there's a green meteorite looking
yeah.
thing.
I'm hearing reports that aliens are 8 feet tall.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
are we going to
8
give
to
them
10.
contracts in the NBA?
Do you think they have their own league?
No. Integrated immediately.
Yeah, we don't want to make that mistake again.
No,
I
that's
was-
the Southern in you jumping out. Did you see how quick his Southern jumped out? He's like,
What did he say?
he's like, separate leagues for the aliens. I'm like, no, not separate leagues for the aliens.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna be like Yao
Separate
Ming.
leagues. Yeah, there's only like 4 of them, right?
Yeah, let's let them play.
2-on-2 league.
If they can
of
do a good
aliens.
crossover, Alien.
I'm gonna watch it for sure.
I always heard aliens were small though. I feel like all the old accounts of aliens, they were like little.
That's racist of them. Maybe those were babies.
Could have been babies.
Man, even their young can travel through space and time.
Maybe they sent them.
That.
like Superman.
Yeah, to live on Earth.
But on this news story, it was so annoying to me because they had like the 911 call recorded.
Yeah.
And they said, we're literally looking at the aliens. They're in front of us, 8 feet. And nobody snapped a picture, apparently. Yeah.
I mean, the
What the fuck?
government's saying aliens are real. They like accept it. They accepted
But
that
if
it's
you're
true.
those why didn't you take out your phone?
They were scared. I was asking my friend Henry what he would do if an alien came down to Earth. He said he'd start clapping. Isn't that such a funny response?
He's such a libtard.
He's such a libtard. I know. I'm picturing him applauding an alien getting out of its ship. I was like dying laughing. Yeah, applaud it.
What's the
I'm like,
first
of
thing
course.
you're doing?
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
I don't know how far
it
you
was
came
so
to get
funny.
to
That was
us,
Henry being
but
so funny. I'm like,
That's
that's
impressive.
ridiculous.
Interstellar travel. You
Yeah.
did it.
Good work. You've
Yeah.
done it. You've
I
landed
was-
the ship.
Respect.
Respect.
Yeah. Didn't even hear you coming. It was just instant. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
What would you? Oh, God. I don't know what I'd do
I'd be so
if I
scared.
realized that it was actually aliens.
I'd ask if it wants any coffee.
I'd
I'd
be
give
like-
an alien coffee or a cigarette. I'd make an alien smoke a cigarette, see if it dies.
You're doing science.
Yeah, I'm doing
in
science
your own way.
in my own way. Yeah, I'm like, here, it's a Marlboro Red. It's healthy. It's like an apple.
Be like,
Yeah,
"Do you want-"
I'm like this. Appa means food.
Dude, the aliens would fuck us up because you're.
I
fucking-
know.
I would try to wave. I don't know. I would try.
Have
to
you
be
seen
like,
District 9?
No.
Yes.
Well,
Oh my God.
I've seen that one.
You have to watch it now that there's aliens because they put aliens in Johannesburg in camps. And it's like a segregation story about aliens. It's so good. It's like
It's really good.
It's like a think piece about alien life. And it's
how
more
did they corral them into a camp?
they captured their ship was crash landed over Earth and was stuck, and then it was there for a year or so, and then it
Yeah.
opened and they were all old and dying and hungry, and we captured them and put them in a camp, and they become civilized like us. They're wearing like ragged shirts and stuff.
Interesting.
They become like a second class.
Citizen, like what Pate was offering.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you
Put
think
them in
aliens
camps.
could be a brand of organism that could live forever? Do you think that's possible? Like if you were
I bet
constructed
I
from
bet they live with
organic
because
matter?
they made it to Earth, so they had to live a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we have things that like do have like
Fungus
things on our planet that are functionally immortal. Like
The
Sharks.
immortal jellyfish.
yeah, like some stuff in the ocean. So I mean, I guess it could be possible.
Yeah. Like I wonder if evolution carries itself far enough that
Yeah.
could evolve to where you could like reset your biological clock and just.
Damn.
Would you guys live forever if you could?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude. Yes. 100%.
Get so good at
It's
stand-up.
good that we all found each other because usually everyone's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm
everyone's
like,
"No,
shut
I wanna
up.
Die. Are you thinking about it? Because I don't think you're actually thinking about it.
I want to
Yeah.
live forever.
You're
Yeah.
not here anymore, bro.
I know. I want to
You
live
do
forever.
not exist.
That was actually like the straw that broke the camel's back for me to start doing like antidepressants and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know I'm not suicidal. I don't want to like do
Yeah.
the thing, but also I don't want to wake up tomorrow. And so if I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life, I need to figure out a way to want to do it.
Yeah.
because I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So-
well, I
I don't
don't
think
feel
I'd
that.
ever get sick of life.
Me neither.
Yeah, I
love
just-
it.
I
My
wanna
body
live,
didn't
dude.
Give out.
That's when I figured out. I was like, oh, I am depressed, but like I don't want to die. That's how I know it's like
Yeah.
fake that my brain is telling me I don't want to die. I want to live, and this depression makes it where I can't live.
Yes.
So we got to fix it.
Yes. And now it's fixed. Now you can live forever.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna live forever. My doctor said
Lexapro.
I'll never die.
Lexapro 2.
You seen Team America?
No,
No, I've never seen it.
I've
yes,
never
you
seen
have.
No, I haven't.
World Team America, World Police.
Nope.
South Park puppet movie.
Yeah, I'm
Nope.
a big South Park guy.
The
But I've
puppet's
never
trying to
seen
get
it.
the girl puppet to sleep with him, and she's like, "I can't. I'm too hurt."
No.
He's like, "No, come on, sleep with me." And she's like, "The only way I'll sleep with you is if you promise you'll never die." And he's like, "I can't promise that." And he's like, "Okay, I'll fuck you if you do." And he's like, "I promise I will never die." And then they have puppet sex.
I've never seen
Wow.
it.
You had to be there, I guess. Fuck.
I
You
didn't.
did have to be
Yeah.
I
The
may have
puppet
just-
sex
I may have
sounds-
just butchered
That's
Pretty
it.
that's a
interesting.
succinct
They-
description of a scene. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
All right.
Puppets poop on each other. It's like, yeah,
Sounds pretty silly.
yeah. It's
Sounds
very
goofy.
silly. It's a good movie.
Hey, you
Take
play
my word
keyboard?
for it. No,
Where'd you get it?
So, well, I started to try and take piano lessons. Back before I knew about comedy, I wanted to do something creative, so I was like, piano lessons, that'd be good. And then,
Have you ever considered doing musical comedy?
no.
That's the same question you asked us. See, I'm a good interviewer.
See, yeah, look at it. Yeah,
Boom, I hit him.
No, I don't know.
Is that the
I don't
Green
know
Bay
how to
Packers
be-
Lombardi Trophy?
Yes, it is.
You're
Yep.
on one with that, and I'm a Vikings fan in here. That's kind of messed
Oh, that's
up.
right. That's why
It's
you
messed
like
up that you're
Carlos.
doing that to me. Did you see that we cut Dalvin Cook?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he's old.
Adrian Peterson.
25. Try to send him out.
That
to
is
pass.
not old. He has 4 back-to-back 1,000+ yard rushing seasons, and we cut him.
Yeah, he was on my fantasy team. I like Dalvin Cook.
I like Dalvin Cook. I heard he might go to Miami.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good. Miami's going to be a powerhouse if they get Dalvin Cook.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be a speedy team.
Yeah. Going
Yeah.
down football rabbit hole. Pate, do you like football?
No.
Oh, man.
I'm okay with it. I have a comfortable relationship to football.
You hear
but I
about
just
Baby
don't watch
Gronk?
it. Oh my God. I can't
Timmy
get
likes
away
that
from
football.
Baby Gronk.
I know. He rizzed up or whatever. I
What
hate
is,
it.
dude?
I've heard so
I hate
much
it.
about Baby Gronk.
Yesterday, the word "riz" came up, and we didn't know what it means.
It means like charm a woman. Charismatic. Charismatic. Rizzing. Charismatic.
Wait. Okay. So use it in a sentence.
That's
So
how I
I
know
ri-
you don't have any Riz.
Rizzing is like flirting with a girl successfully.
Okay. So
And getting a
so I
chick.
rizzed with the girl.
Yeah, if you rizzed her up.
You
If
rizzed
you
her
if you
up.
flirted with her successfully, got her number, you
Dude,
rizzed
I
her up.
rizzed her up.
It's those Zoomers out making.
Yeah,
up
I
new
want to
words.
know all the Zoomers.
I don't know. I'm a Gen Z or not Gen Z. I'm a millennial. Oh,
Are you?
I'm a young
You're
millennial.
a young
You're a
millennial.
cusper.
Yeah.
I'm a cusp.
I'm an old millennial, or like
So is he.
meat of
Yeah.
the curve millennial.
I'm a young millennial. Everyone wants to be me.
Dude, it depressed me when I saw an older guy say he was a millennial, and I was like, "Oh, you seemed old to me," and I was like, "Wait, fuck."
It's
I'm-
like looking into a mirror.
it's like millennials are now like crotchety compared to.
Yeah,
God damn it!
I know.
So I'm trying to use Gen Z slang to stay with it.
Riz
Riz, on God,
based
No cap, for real.
fuck it, we ball. I'm trying to use that.
ops.
I'm trying to bussin'.
Let's go.
We should stop being old guys saying new terms. That's embarrassing for me.
No, it's not. Just own
Yeah,
it.
it, no,
old now.
no.
Send me
And
the shit.
Accept
as
it,
the
dude.
young one, I'm
Why?
putting my foot down. And
You
being
brought
like,
up
dude,
Riz.
you're old.
I said I brought up Baby Gronk. Who rizzed a woman, I guess, or a woman rizzed him. I don't care. I just wanted a Baby Gronk. clip.
Someone was rizzed up, is
Yeah.
all I know.
Yeah,
Rizzer. I hardly know her.
Riz,
Nice.
Thanks.
Rizzer.
I kind of want to read this book, Poking a Dead Frog. It's fascinated me.
Want to read some excerpts?
Do you sleep with a football?
No.
That'd be kind of cute. It's like your baby blanket.
It's a comfort thing for
yeah, it is a comfort thing
if you're
for athletes like us,
Mm-hmm.
right, Pate?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks.
You a footballer?
I played in high school,
What position?
offensive and defensive line.
Shit, yeah, dude.
Big boy,
Yeah.
short and stout.
Character people.
My
play.
favorite was the defense. They were training me to be a middle linebacker because I was too small for a lineman,
Uh-huh.
and I was fast for a lineman too. So I was practicing as a middle linebacker, and then I quit. I have quit in me.
I like
Yeah.
Twitter. I like.
I just
Twitter.
all my friends quit at the same time as me, or like
Yeah.
all my friends quit, and they're the only reason I was playing.
Yeah.
So then I quit, and my dad's like, "You're not quitting," and I'm like, "My friends aren't playing anymore, so I'm quitting." And he goes, "You're gonna email your coach and tell him you're quitting." So I had to write my coach a email being like, "Coach, I'm letting the team down," and he never even responded to it. I know, it was the most embarrassing thing. My dad's like, "It builds character if you're gonna quit," because he like freaked out when I told him I was quitting the team. He's like, "You're not quitting the team." I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Yeah.
I
That's
hate
a very
it.
dad response.
It's a very dad response. And I was a son response, and I stood up to him. I'm like, "I'm not going in. You can't make me."
Did you fuck people up as linebacker?
No, I was terrible. I was out of
Were you
position.
timid?
No, I did. I was always in the wrong spot.
Oh, I see.
I could hit well, but I would never be in position to do so. That's why I liked defensive linemen. They came to you kind of.
Yeah.
And as long as you were off your block, you could tackle them.
Yeah.
Or get the sack through the line.
Yeah.
But as a linebacker, you had to know where to be, and I didn't know. I had practiced it for a few weeks. I didn't know where I was supposed to be, so I was always out of position. That's
Yeah.
my
You gotta
bad.
kind of read and react. Is what they
Yeah.
tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't doing that well.
Yeah.
I didn't have the move, the twitch. You know
Yeah.
how linebackers do like that?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
have
you took
that.
your
I was
steps
kind
and
of
go.
yeah. You like
You gotta
kinda-
read the lineman.
And yeah, I
Yeah,
I wasn't doing any of that. I was just in the position to be that and was
And then you're just
failing.
like, oh,
yeah, and failing, getting
it's-
pancake blocked
It
by like
happens so
linemen.
fast.
Yeah, it happens fast.
But
I was always behind someone chasing them.
yeah.
That was my move.
I
I'll
hated
get
football
you.
too. The only
Yeah.
reason I stuck with it, I wanted to quit my first year. I was 5th grade,
Mhm.
and it wasn't fun. I thought it'd be like on TV where it's like you got a helmet, you're like a real football player.
No,
and
it's
then
like very brutal and quick.
It's very
It's
It's
like,
like hot.
yeah,
Your
there's like a
forehead
grunting,
hurts.
and then you're on the ground. You're like, oh,
You get stepped on. And you
yeah,
bumped and
it
bruises.
sucks. Did you
And-
play football, Pate?
I played for 1 year in 6th grade, and I quit
Yeah.
immediately.
See,
Couldn't do it.
I would have quit. My mom refused to let me quit because I was participating in the carpool. And she said, we committed to this carpool. And like every time it came time for practice, I'd go to my closet and hide under like a mountain of clothes.
Oh, man.
And the only reason I stayed with it was because I had a good game my last year. And then I snapped one time. Like,
What?
have you seen Waterboy?
Yeah.
You know how he like snaps and like is
Yeah.
all of a sudden able to hit people like because
he's
he
mad.
pictures people who made fun of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That like happened to me, and then I realized if you hit people as hard as you can, it doesn't hurt.
That's what they coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
They coach out the timidity of you.
Because you'll flatten them, and it'll be like hitting
Yeah.
a piece of paper.
And then I hit the hardest. I didn't have a lot of other things going for me, but I could
You could hit
I
hard.
could run in a straight line.
Yeah,
and hit people.
level someone.
Yeah. And then that's
I was mostly the guy getting leveled because I was offensive lineman too, and part of that is just getting smacked right in the mouth.
Ugh.
I don't know
Yeah.
how offensive linemen do it.
It sucks.
Yeah.
You're basically, and everyone yells at you. One time I got a flag for unnecessary roughness because I pushed a kid off the pile. Sick, right? There was a
Yeah,
pile
dude.
for the ball, and I just went, "Kid, stupid," and the kid went falling on the ground, and then a flag, and then my coach was like, "Klaseus," and I'm like, "Shut up!
Klaseus?
I'll mess up everybody on that sideline, dog." I was like one of the wild, rowdy, rough boys. I was like, "Get off the pile, stupid! That's my friend. Leave him alone." It was pretty fun though.
Yeah, you gotta fuck kids up.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't get to hit anyone on the play, so I figured after the play I'll hit someone.
Did y'all trash talk?
No,
Me
I was
neither.
always quiet. It was always like,
Very Midwest polite football.
yeah. It was always just like sad grunts, like "ow."
Dude, that's
Yeah.
one thing I wish I would have done more. Like I was such a goody.
Me
I was
too.
Like, you don't trash talk. That's bad sportsmanship.
I was
if I
like-
go back in time and like just not be a bitch,
Yeah.
I would
Talking
talk so much
shit,
shit. I'd be like,
dude.
you fucking pussy.
I was like, "Good hit." Ah.
like, yeah, you think I'm not? Fuck you, dude. Yeah.
Kids were always so much bigger than me. I
Mhm.
wasn't good. I was
Yeah.
really bad at sports.
Well, it happens.
It does
Even
happen.
through college, no trash talk?
One time I did.
Yeah.
It was kind of corny though. I'm not even proud of it. I
What'd
mean,
you say?
Well, okay. So you want to hear a little glory days
Yeah.
story? This is okay. So D2, we play against Grand Valley State. They were the best team, and they were like number 1 in the country, and they were like in Michigan as well, and they always beat us. We were like a small school, like 1,200 kids, and they had like 25,000.
Mm.
So we wanted to beat them.
Yeah.
And there was one game where this receiver I think played for the Vikings for a little while.
Ooh.
Skinny black dude who was a D2 prospect. I don't know if
Bernard Berrien?
You,
Not Sidney Rice. He was a Gamecock.
well, actually, we did play against Adam Thielen. He played
Oh,
for Minnesota State Mankato.
Yeah,
We
that's
played
my
against him.
hometown, Mankato.
Yeah,
That's where I
dude.
grew up.
We played against them in the playoffs. My junior
Adam
sophomore
Thielen's
year.
one of them ones, huh?
Yeah, he actually bobbled a pass that we intercepted to beat.
No way.
Yeah, he
you
was
beat
younger.
Mankato?
What's that?
You beat Mankato?
Yeah, we went to the second round, and then we got
Cool.
our asses kicked by Grand Valley State, which is the team. But anyway, our senior year, we played against Grand Valley, and we were like winning in the first half.
Yeah.
And then Grand Valley took the lead, and then that black receiver came up to me, and after they scored a touchdown, it was like, "Y'all thought you're gonna win, didn't you?" And then we came back and beat them.
Yeah.
And all I could think of to say when I went up to the guy was, "Yeah, y'all thought you were gonna win, did you?" And then I was like, "Yeah, roasted." That's pretty
Yeah,
good. But it was,
That's pretty good.
I'm
Throw it back.
rubber, you're
it wasn't-
glue.
It
Throw it
wasn't
back, dude.
polished.
Throw it
It
back.
wasn't like
It's like, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounce off me and sticks to
right.
you.
It was like that was all I had. I was
Yeah.
like, and then he's like, "Well,
you
fuck it,
choked. You
lost."
choked in the moment.
But we still won.
Yeah. That counts. I count that.
Yeah, I don't know what good to say, but yeah, man, not a big trash talker.
You're a better sportsman than me.
Let our play do the talking. That's what we're
My
supposed
bad
to do.
play. I was always on the bench. I never started a game ever.
Never started a game.
No.
No. So you got in.
I was off the bench on both sides of the line, off the bench, just a reliever.
Dude, yeah, I would have quit
Just
too.
an everyman. I was just, and then I was on the line, so I was an everyman getting beat up. So it just sucked, and I was smaller than everybody.
Do you think you have CTE issues?
No, I was on the sideline too much, thankfully. Yeah. No, I barely got touched. I was always giving people waters. You need a water? I'm like wearing my pads. I would always stand like a pregnant woman. I would put my hands on my hips high so my shoulder pads would push my helmet up so that my helmet wouldn't squeeze my head, and I would be like this.
So the helmet's sitting on the shoulder pad?
Yeah, not on my head.
Yeah.
So I would stand like a pregnant woman. I'd be like, just the most feminine looking kid out there. That's funny.
Man. All right. How you guys doing on time here?
I'm ready to end
We're
it.
at hour 43.
Oh, heck yeah. Good episode.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Look up Uncommon Gents podcast
Yeah,
and the
shout-outs.
Henry and Timmy podcast. Those are our
Yeah.
podcasts.
Social media.
Go to Art Bar every Tuesday night at 8:30.
Go to Art Bar.
Art Bar, Columbia, South Carolina.
Full tilt comedy show at Bang Bang
Yes.
Lounge. Look
Follow
out for
us
that
on
one.
Instagram, Timmy Klaseus. It'll be in the bio.
Yeah, you'll be impressed by how
Pate
many followers he
_
has
Gardner.
based on his
I scammed a scammer.
his system.
You ever finessed a finesser?
I've not.
Try it.
I've been finessed.
Oh man, me
Many
too.
times.
That's part of it. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Pate _ Gardner on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
Timmy Klaseus on Instagram, Twitter.
Yes.
Local shows last Thursday every month at Locomotive
Florence,
Brewing
if you're in Florence.
South Carolina.
That's a
Lomo
fun one.
comedy
I
show
should be on
coming
that
out. It's
soon.
good.
Consummate pros.
I'll have you on it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
All right. Well, thanks for having us. This
yeah,
was very
dude,
fun.
fun, dude. I had a
Thanks
good
for
time.
coming.
Yeah.
Saturday morning. I was on the struggle bus this morning. I don't know if people could tell. I was just,
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, can't pop the clutch as much. It was a 3 a.m. night and
Word.
going out, but this
I
was
played.
fun.
I played video games till like midnight.
Sick.
I like Madden. MLB. I played the 300 ranked guy last night in Madden and lost by a field goal
the 300th ranked guy
in the game.
in the whole country.
No, in the game.
What do you mean in the game?
In the game of Madden, the servers.
Wait,
So
what?
it goes over the country. It's like it could be in Britain, could be in Mexico, could be in Canada.
But this is like Madden.
Yeah.
Of all Madden players.
yes.
You played the 300 ranked guy.
and I lost by a field goal.
Holy shit!
I'm the 1400 ranked guy though. I'm not.
You're no slouch.
I'm no slouch. The thing is, I don't
You're
get.
good at Madden.
I'm good at Madden, and I play FIFA and MLB The
What's
Show.
your gamer tag if people want to come try and play you in Madden?
Be nice to me, 6996. That's my Xbox gamer tag.
People talk. Do you get on the headset? People talk shit.
No,
to you?
but I do have some followers. I have 6 followers on there. Sometimes I stream.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's just Timmy
How do they
Klaseus.
follow you
Timmy
on-
Klaseus on Twitch. I stream very irregularly, but if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the link to my Twitch whenever I'm streaming.
Okay.
You can click the link and you'll see my game. I stream Madden
So if
usually.
you stream, you're talking about the game.
No,
as
I
you're
just
doing
play it and
You just
listen
play
to
it.
music.
We're gonna just set you up then.
Yeah, if I had a headset, I would do that.
Well, we
people
can
watch-
set you up easy. It's
Were people
easy.
watching this matchup where you played the 300th ranked guy?
No, I wasn't streaming.
Oh, you weren't streaming.
No,
Okay.
and you can compare stats after and see their rank.
Because you don't even need the camera. You just need the mic.
That's true.
In the
You
gamer
can do
world,
the
are there
gamer.
like primetime games where like if high ranked people are playing?
No,
multiple
it's
people
random
too?
what rank you play. Sometimes it's some, and if you disconnect a lot, your rank is stripped of you. So if you hit compare stats and he has no rank, it means he rage quits a lot, which most Madden players
Rage
do.
quitting.
Most Madden players rage quit.
Have you ever broken a controller?
No, I don't get mad when I play.
Cool.
It's like a peaceful thing for me.
That's good. Yeah, my buddy plays Star Wars Battlefront.
Fun.
I suck. That's where they play each other, right? The characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the game. And I don't play. He's like lets me play for a second, but I'm so bad it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But he'll lose to like some kid, and then chuck his controller.
Yeah.
He rage quits.
No, I don't rage quit. I use it as a time to relax when I play video games. That's why I'm good at it, because I use it as zen. All I want to do is score touchdowns. When I score a touchdown, I hit my vape.
Do you not hit it unless you?
No, unless I get a
It's a
touchdown.
reward.
He's a reward.
Okay. I
It
like it.
motivates
Okay.
me. It's
It's all
like-
the gaming.
Yeah, I do gaming, I guess. I don't really consider myself a Twitch streamer, but
What actually before we cut? What are you guys' what's coming next in comedy? Or for
for
you
me, it's
personally?
festival submissions and submissions for sketches written, not shot. But
Okay.
hopefully, I'm shooting some. with
Yeah, and
Pate.
you guys already have sketches in the can.
We have
So
sketches
these
in the-
sketches will be released on your own Instagram pages,
on our YouTube.
on your YouTube.
And maybe clips on Instagram, Reels. I use Reels for the algorithms there a lot. That's how I get followers too, is algorithms.
Mhm.
Reels. You
For
use the
sure.
correct hashtags, a bunch of people see it.
For sure. And what's next for you, Pate?
Kind of the same. I'm just working on trying to get in more festivals and stuff. That's what
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I
Yeah.
like kind of just took a little break for a couple of weeks
I
because I was
gotcha.
doing so many shows.
Right. And how many years in
Sick of
comedy are
this.
you again?
Like what? Since 2017, fall of 2017.
Fuck yeah.
What's that?
7? 8? What is that? No.
6,
6. I'm retired.
5 or 6. I don't know. Yeah.
Mine's been 9 years.
Yeah, TV, dude.
I'm a player about
He's
it.
a pro.
I'm
Yeah,
a
he's
pro.
been in the game for a
Gee.
minute.
I'm a child star. I've been doing it since I was 18.
Yeah, you look like you got Shia LaBeouf vibes,
Yeah.
actually.
I'm 27. I've been doing it since I was 18.
Yeah.
I started when I was 27.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's funny.
See, this is why I'm going to New York because started too late. I gotta.
No, that's smart.
Knock it out. That's a good idea.
I gotta put comedy development in like a little microwave.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I've been developing mine really slowly in Columbia.
So you getting your master's.
Yeah.
Look at it like that.
Dude, that's exactly how I'm looking at it. That's what I
Yeah.
told you. I'll be up there for I don't know how long, but I want to get my MBA.
To get your
in
chops.
comedy.
To get
Exactly.
your chops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get your master's.
Yeah,
That's
you can
smart.
do. By
It took me
driving
forever
around.
to get my master's because I did it in Columbia, so I don't even think I have it yet. And it's
There's
been
not as many credit hours.
I
per
know it's
semester.
been 9 years.
A
I
lot
don't
of
have.
people go to college for 9 years.
I don't have my. Yeah.
Yeah,
tough,
I know.
man.
They're called doctors.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Just under a decade. All right.
That movie's so funny. Yeah, go check out Tommy Boy. It's on HBO.
Yeah, they don't just give out D pluses to anybody. You know. All right.
Good
well,
episode.
Good episode.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good episode. Think it vibed. So
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Check these guys out. Uncommon Gents, Timmy and whatever.
Henry podcast.
Timmy and Henry podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Peace out.
See ya.
Once that deal is done, ain't got no more bows to run. Once that deal is done, ain't got no bows to run. Once that deal is done, ain't got no more bows to run. Once that deal is done.